It's Bryce Hains with you, along with Kyle Bethel. We're here in Beverly for Fort Frye versus the Ridgewood Generals. And Kyle, I'm going to just start out with it. There's not very many schools now that have a grass field to play on.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, the grass looks good here in week one. It's been a lot of rain. I think it held up pretty well. But it's going to be interesting to see Ridgewood play on some grass. I love the feel of grass, and it's going to be exciting.
And, you know, they have the WWE music playing right now, and that's something that's pretty traditional now at Ridgewood. So if anything, that can get these boys pumped up as they just ran out onto the field. They'll take any advantage that they can get today.
Oh, I agree. I think it's going to be a hard-fought game. Both teams are very similar in styles. Both teams love to run the football, hard on defense. You can't get a better week one matchup, in my opinion.
And it's just partly cloudy skies here on the Wood Electric pregame show. Fort Frye just took the field, getting ready to do their stretches. And while they do that, we're actually going to hit the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio, and we're going to talk to Coach John Slesser right after this on Big C Sports and Claxon Sports.
Altman Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscaroras Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
I've spent most of my life right here in the Coshocton area, playing sports, coaching, and watching families and businesses in our community grow. I'm Robbie Chandler with the Albertson Lawrence Agency. When it comes to protecting your home, your car, and the people you love, I don't believe in a one-size-fits-all policy. We're independent, so I can compare coverages from numerous companies and find an option that fits best for you. Don't just renew your insurance, let me take a look. Call me at 740-622-0572. That's 740-622-0572. I'm Robbie Chandler with the Albertson Lawrence Agency right here in Coshocton.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza, with locations in West Lafayette and Janaden-Hutton to serve you. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Try one today in West Lafayette or Janaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn about their daily specials and more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust the team at Grandview Exterior Systems. Established in 2016, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing, handling everything from repairs and replacements to full restorations and ongoing maintenance. At Grandview Exterior Systems, their mission is simple: create peace of mind for every client while setting the standard for safety, quality, and efficiency in construction. Visit them at 2230 Township Road 415 in Dundee. Call 330-275-1807 or learn more at GrandviewExteriorSystems.com. Grandview Exterior Systems. They have you and your roof covered.
Great care is closer than you think at Coshocton Regional Medical Center.
I find it really rewarding to work here because I know that the care I provide will directly impact this community.
It gives me a great sense of pride to be able to give back that health care that I got while I was a patient here.
When the people come in, we know them by name, and that means so much to a patient when we can connect with them, and I know that they know they're loved.
Care for our community starts at Coshocton Regional Medical Center, where care matters most.
Week one here at the Wood Electric pregame show, sponsored by Claxon Sports, and I am joined by the one and only coach of the Ridgewood Generals, John Slesser. John, how are you today?
Very good, sir.
Coming into year 22, that it's crazy to me that it's been 22 years already. I remember growing up and watching you coach. Does week one still feel the same for you, excitement-wise?
It's going to surprise you, but I think I get more nervous than I ever did. I think it's because I'm getting older and I realize things, but I get more nervous than maybe I ever did. I've had a terrible week, just dreading this night that it would come, But to answer your other question, 22 years, I can't believe I'm being interviewed by Bryce Hains. I remember when you were my manager,
Yep.
running around with my son. Now look at it. Time just goes way too fast, brother, way too fast.
And you're opening the season on the road this year. What are some of the key components that you tell the guys going into a hostile environment week one, not really knowing what to expect on a foe like Fort Frye?
Well, listen, we've talked about Fort Frye for a while now. Obviously, we spent a lot of the offseason preparing for this one game. We knew when we signed it was a great football game between two really good programs. I mean, I think you'd be hard-pressed in the Eastern District, maybe Steubenville, to find two programs that have won more games at the percentage we have. I mean, I can't think of any right offhand. I know Indian Valley wouldn't be with us. Garraway's not as high as us. Fort Frye just wins, and I really consider their program a lot like us. They don't have a lot of this is going to sound like a slight on Ridgewood kids, but they don't have a lot of Division I or tremendous-looking athletes. They just have a lot of tough kids that buy into the system. I think take great pride in their program and work really hard at it.
And speaking of those tough kids, there's going to be a lot of new kids coming into play with the seniors that you guys lost last year. So my question to you is going to be, what do you see the identity of this team being this year?
You know what? I just did an interview the other day, Bryce, and I will tell you this. That's like the biggest question I have about tonight. Every team that we've had, and you've watched a lot of them, right? Every team has a different identity, whether it was when you guys played and we just pounded it with, the physicalness of, the Bethels and Ray Davidson and Keith Leindecker and Nathaniel. We had all those tough guys. To then next comes Colton Alexander just slinging it all over the place, to the explosiveness of Gabe Tingle, back to the running game with Laumers, just pounding ahead. So, every team has its own identity. I do not know this team's identity yet. I really don't. And I think that's part of the reason we've struggled in the preseason. I don't think we know our identity yet, whether we're going to throw it, we're going to run it. We've got to be more physical up front. But, is that what we're going to make? I just don't know yet. And unfortunately, like you said, with tonight, when you come on the road like this, especially against an opponent like this, it makes it really hard. So, we know this is a really tough draw for us. I wish we had a few games to kind of find our identity before we had a big game. But also it's exciting. We haven't opened up with the team, with this kind of tradition for a while. I think it'll be a big crowd. I think their fans will be into it. I know ours will be. So that part's exciting. And maybe we'll find our identity tonight, and after the game I'll be able to tell you, hey, we were pretty good at this or pretty good at that. So I'm sure at some point we will. I hope it's sooner than later.
And then I'll leave you with this question here, Coach. For the fans making the trip down to Beverly on Friday night, what can they expect out of your football team?
Oh, I think it's very much like all the other Ridgewood teams. I expect us to play really hard. I think we'll represent the community well. I can't promise we'll win or we'll lose, but I think it'll be much like the old Ridgewood teams you've seen. I think we'll play pretty good defense. I hope we do. And we'll play hard, and that's really all you can ask.
Well, Coach, it's always great talking to you, and always wish you the best of luck this Friday.
I appreciate it, brother. It's very weird being interviewed by my ex-players. I don't feel that old yet, but I guess I am. But thank you very much, brother.
You're so welcome, man. And that's going to be all here on the Wood Electric pregame show, sponsored by Claxon Sports.
Thanks.
At First Federal Community Bank, we know strong communities are built through teamwork, dedication, and people who care, both on the field and off. I'm Carly Henry, Financial Center Manager at First Fed. As a locally owned bank, we're proud to support the communities we serve and help our neighbors work toward their financial goals. From everyday banking to planning for the future, our team is ready to help. First Federal Community Bank, empowering the financial well-being of our community, one person at a time. Visit firstfed.com, member FDIC.
A strong community just doesn't happen. It's built by businesses that show up and keep showing up. Johnson's Plumbing and Heating has been doing just that in Coshocton since 1955. From heating and air conditioning to plumbing, refrigeration, boilers, gas piping, and commercial mechanical services, Johnson's has the experience to keep homes and businesses running right. And they're proud to support the young people and local teams that make our community strong. Johnson's Plumbing and Heating in Coshocton. Call 740-622-4438.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
At Coshocton Dentistry, Dr. Brian Dunlap and Dr. Patrick Lauper provide expert dental care in a comfortable, family-friendly environment. From routine checkups to advanced treatments, your smile is a priority at Coshocton Dentistry. Located on Main Street in Coshocton, where we treat you like family, contact Coshocton Dentistry today and experience the care you deserve. Now accepting new patients. Visit us online today at CoshoctonDentistry.com.
Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
From concept to creation, Gemini Company is here to bring your dreams to life. With over 85 years of combined on-the-job experience, our expert staff is ready to plan, coordinate, and complete your project. Whether it's a new kitchen or a bathroom, a home renovation, or new construction from the ground up, Gemini Company is here to make it happen. Visit our website today to get started.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show. Looking back into last year, the Ridgewood Generals finished last year with a record of 9-3, with wins over Coshocton 31-7, beat Riverview 56-0, beat Lutheran East 23-20, defeated Utica 31-0, defeated East Canton 35-0, defeated Tuscarawas Valley 49-7, beat Sandy Valley 48-7. Got their first loss of the season on the road at Indian Valley, 42-14, but a good bounce back with a win against Claymont on the road, 28-7. And then they played their rival Garaway last year, and they lost at home, 14-0. Going into the playoffs last year, they ended up going on the road in Week 11 and defeating Newcomerstown 28-6, and then they lost on the road to Centerburg, 28-14. Now looking over to the Fort Frye Cadets, they started out last year with a tough matchup against a 9-3 Barnesville team. They lost that game 35-7, but a very good bounce-back win for them the next week at West Muskingum with the 36-7 victory. And then they hosted Wheeling Central Catholic, and they defeated them 40-0. Went on the road against Waterford, beat them 28-0, and then they actually had a bye week because of a cancellation with North Adams. So then they jumped to a home game against Caldwell, which they won 31-7. And then they beat Greenbrier West from West Virginia 55-0 the next week. Then they went on the road, beat Marietta 35-0. Came back home and defeated Warren 46-8. And then they defeated Point Pleasant from West Virginia 46-14. Looking at their playoff run, they also got beat in the second round, but in the first round they defeated Caldwell at home 28-14. And then they lost to West Jefferson in a nail-biter 34-32. Bryce Hains along with you with Kyle Bethel here to my right. And Kyle, I'm going to tell you this. I really believe that tonight's game is going to be one up front.
I mean, I agree. Both teams love to run the football. They love to just go north and south. I think the key to this game is whoever wins the line of scrimmage battle will win this football game.
And I totally agree, because on paper, you look at the stats from last year, and Fort Frye, they only threw the ball for 500 yards all year. And they averaged about 2 to 3 passes per game. So they really rely on that wing T offense and running it from side to side. You're going to see a lot of misdirection. I'm really interested to see how the Generals can respond.
Yeah, I'm interested too. This linebacker group for Ridgewood, they have Bryce coming back, but the others, they're fresh. Corey Belt will see some time at inside backer. I'm interested to see how he does. It's going to be the linebacker show today if they want to win.
And you know what makes that better? If you can get penetration in the trenches to free up those backers in the A and B gap, then you can really control a football game.
I agree. The key is the defensive line has to make sure that the offensive line does not get to the second level so the linebackers can read their keys and flow correctly, make plays in the hole.
And really, as we know with Ridgewood football, they really pride themselves on the special teams aspect. If they can end up getting a turnover on special teams, especially on the road in a hostile environment like here at Fort Frye, that could really help them.
I agree. I mean, special teams in games like this where you have two great programs, two well-disciplined teams, the special teams is going to flip the field battle, and the special teams is absolutely another key part of this football game.
And you also have to think, Kyle, with Ridgewood, you have a first-year quarterback in Wyatt Marlatt who is going into his junior year, but still no starts under his belt. This is a fresh slate for Ridgewood. After losing Jace McQueen last year, he had a great year with Jackson Cabot, who ended up getting hurt. They still end up being able to put wins together, make the playoffs, and try and make a run. So I'm really interested to see how Wyatt can keep his composure and see if he can build off of the scrimmages and be able to have a pretty good game today.
Yeah, I mean, for week one, for a new starting quarterback, it's going to be a big test. If he does well, it's good things for Ridgewood ahead. I believe that. So we'll see if he does well and how he handles adversity here on the road against a great football team.
And looking at Fort Frye, they have so much talent. Gavin Roche, a great football player. He's going to be handling most of the carries today. Taken off from what Bradford did last year. He was a 1,300-yard rusher last year. Roush almost had 1,000 yards last year. So he's going to get most of those carries, whether it's going to be from the wing position, whether it's going to be from that fullback position. It's going to be up to the defensive line and the linebackers for Ridgewood to be able to read their keys and be able to stop the run. Because if they can stop the run, they're going to be in a very winnable situation today.
I agree. Again, it's a line of scrimmage battle. I'm interested to see Fort Frye, how well they run the football. They graduated a lot from last year. It's going to be interesting to see what they come out with and how they look and how they respond to Ridgewood's defense. Because Ridgewood, as anyone knows from our area, they love their defense. They're known as the Silver Hammer defense for a reason.
And you know, Coach John Schlussler, he preaches that defense. That's really how Ridgewood always stays in football games. But on the other side, Coach Eric Huck, he preaches the same thing. He understands that all football games, especially down here in Beverly with the way that they play, games are won in the trenches. Maybe not even 3 downs, but 4 downs per possession. You might not see a lot of punts from Fort Frye.
Yeah, which I believe is if Fort Frye wants to win this football game, their defense has to come out as well. I mean, Ridgewood on offense, Chris Cabot does a great job offensively spreading the football around, passing, running. He does a great job. I mean, he's always on his A game. He does things well, teaches his kids well. I mean, the whole offensive side of the ball with Chris Cabot. If I'm Ridgewood, it's a good thing Chris Cabot is the offensive play caller, in my opinion.
And as we continue here on the Wood Electric pregame show, we would like to say thank you to Wright Mark Roofing, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Altman Health Systems, and the Keim Company for being video streaming headline sponsors of this broadcast. Also, we would like to thank our crew from Claxon Sports. Owen Garabrandt is going to be producing this broadcast for us today. But hey, Kyle, we're going to take another break out here. We're going to go to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio, and we're going to be right back here on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
At Hartzler's Quality Housing, we believe that home is where
Thanks
families
for tuning
grow,
in to this
memories are made,
Claxon
and
Communications
futures are built.
production on
47
Big Z
years,
Sports.
we stood by the
Tonight's
values that
game
matter
was
most.
presented by
Honesty,
Altman
trust,
Health
and a
Systems,
commitment to
the
our
Keim
community.
Company,
Our goal is to
Wright Mark
provide
Roofing,
affordable,
the
reliable
Tuscarawas
housing
Insurance
solutions.
Agency,
We don't just
First
build homes,
National Bank
we
of
invest in the
Denison,
future by
Wood
supporting local
Electric,
student athletes
Ferris
and the
Chevrolet,
schools that shape tomorrow's
Niedenthal and
leaders.
Company,
Whether it's on the field
Cash Team
or in
at
the
Howard
classroom,
Hanna,
we're proud to
and
stand with our
Stocker
youth
Concrete.
and the families who cheer them
Follow
on.
Big Z Sports
Hartzler's
on
Quality
Facebook,
Housing,
on
built
Instagram,
trust,
and
committed to
on
community.
TikTok. Thank you for watching this Big Z Sports presentation of high school football. And get subscribed so you don't miss any of the action.
Hey fans, score big on flavor at Jared's Ice Cream. They feature the largest selection of hand-dipped ice cream in all of Coshocton. Need more than a sweet treat? Save room for lunch or dinner with their delicious Sloppy Joes and hot shredded chicken sandwiches. Stop on by today. Jared's Ice Cream, 514 Main Street in Coshocton.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
People's Bank, our team of local wealth management professionals can help you achieve your financial goals. We provide customized services, including investment management, estate planning, trust administration services, retirement planning, and if you are a business owner, 401k plans for your employees. Our strategies are designed to grow and preserve wealth while minimizing risk. Put our decades of expertise to work for you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Hi, this is Jan McInturf. At McInturf Realty, we're more than real estate professionals. We're your neighbors. We know Tuscarawas County like the back of our hand, and we care about helping you find the right home. Our realtors walk with you every step of the way, from negotiating contracts to catching the small stuff before it becomes a big deal. Selling or buying, McInturf Realty, your home field advantage. Relax, move on, and move in, and make the call to 330-364-SOLD.
We are out here at Jeff Drennan Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Coshocton. Beside me is Rich West, one of the salesmen here. Rich, why should somebody come buy a car here?
Well, when you buy a car from Jeff Drennan dealerships, you are part of a family, and that family is going to be deeply rooted into the community. We're going to be out at the games. We're going to see you at the stores. We're going to make sure that you're taken care of, not just during the sales process, but also after the sales process.
Absolutely. You guys heard it here first. If you're looking to buy a car, it's time to talk to Jeff.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
Strong communities are built by strong local businesses, and those businesses need trusted financial partners. This is Brian Williams with the First National Bank of Denison, NMLS number 883000. Our commercial lenders help entrepreneurs launch new ideas, support businesses as they expand, and invest in projects that create jobs and strengthen our community. We understand the challenges that local businesses face and are committed to helping our community grow one business, one project, and one dream at a time. All loans are subject to credit approval. The First National Bank of Denison, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning for the future isn't just about documents, and at Bratton Law LLC, it's about peace of mind. With years of practical experience in estate planning, elder law, special needs planning, real estate, business, and guardianship, Bratton Law attorneys see firsthand how families end up in probate. They can help you protect your loved ones, preserve your assets, and give you control every step of the way. Plan today with confidence with Bratton Law LLC. Learn more online at brattonlawcoshocton.com or call 740-202-9557.
Jeff Wallach LLC is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Welcome back to the Wood Electric pregame show here in Beverly, Ohio, as Ridgewood Generals are looking to take on the Frye Cadets. And Kyle, we talked about the defensive side of the ball. So I'm going to throw it to you. You could talk a little bit about the offensive side.
The offensive side of the ball for Ridgewood, I think the key players to look out for in this game is obviously the quarterback Wyatt Marlatz, his first official start of his high school football career. You also have Bryce Tolliver at running back, who returns from last year. Great, good, hard runner. Runs north and south very well. You won't get very many big plays out of him, but you'll definitely always get at least 5 yards. Good, hard runner. Also, another one to watch out for, if he's healthy tonight, is Logan Wentz. He only played half the year last year, so he's also another kid to watch out for. Drake Angle in the wide receiver position. Sean Beckelheimer also in the wide receiver position. Those are some guys to watch out for. Also, forgot to mention Maverick Lockard last year. He toted the rock a lot for Ridgewood. Honestly, I think for this game to go Ridgewood's way, obviously Maverick Lockard and Bryce Tolliver, I think just continuing off of last year, they're going to have to take an even bigger role and run the football more. And I feel like that's a good 1-2 punch for Ridgewood.
And also, as you know, with both of us playing in the Ridgewood offense in school, the same exact offense, even better for us. So a guy like Drake Angle, he kind of reminds me of like a Kyle Bethel, a guy that you're able to put in motion and hand him the football, let him get the edge and get upfield.
Yeah, I think Drake Angle is a very versatile football player. He played quarterback early in his career, got moved out to wide receiver, but he's a utility player. And what I mean by that is you could see him at wide receiver. I feel like if something happens, you can see him at quarterback, running back. He's just a really great guy to have as a utility guy. He's a very good runner, very smart, plays hard. So, yes.
And really, for the receiver standpoint, I know that you already talked about Drake Angle as we just finished, but I want to point out Nathan Lynch. I really believe that Nathan Lynch is the type of guy that he can be able to create space for himself, find pockets in defense, and possibly make Wyatt Marlatt's job a little bit easier for him.
I agree. Nathan Lynch, great football player, great kid. He could have a big game here as well. One thing I do want to mention, I feel like you hear wide receiver, you think catching the football. A big part of Ridgewood's success is wide receivers being able to block on the edge, continue blocking, and block to the second level, and block until the play is over, completely till the whistle is done. That way, Ridgewood can get the most yards they can.
And speaking of blocking, that takes me back to up front. Really, for a team like Ridgewood with the younger quarterback that doesn't have that much experience, you gotta make the refs keep the yellow little flags in their pockets today. Up front's got to be good. Outside on the edges have to be good. You got to keep those hands in so that those flags do not come out.
I agree. I mean, honestly, I think a big key to this football game is the time of possession. Both teams love to run the football, so realistically, you're not going to see a whole lot of possession changes. So to stay ahead of that, you need to keep the refs, off your back essentially, not throwing the flags, keep your hands inside. It's going to be interesting, considering this is week 1, to see how disciplined both teams are. And
looking over at Fort Frye, they have a great quarterback in Grady Hessen. He's going to do a lot for his offense, whether it's just directing the offense, being the captain of that offense. But Kyle, with all the misdirection in the swing tee, you have to look for those naked bootlegs. You have to look for those quarterback powers. And who knows, maybe he's going to hand it off to someone like Sam Bricker, who last year got a good amount of carries. Someone who's able to get the edge or still be able to hit that A gap and get upfield.
I mean, I agree. I think the quarterback position, the wing T, gets oftentimes overlooked. But at the end of the day, they're still the captains of the offense, you know? I mean, one thing in wing T offenses is the quarterback has to be great at being able to motion, being able to hand it off, being able to also, you know, fake it to the running back. He has to be very athletic as well, booting out to the outside. If there's no wide receivers open, that he can run the football. So I feel like this Grady Hessen is a great quarterback for Fort Frye. He's a 3-year letter winner. So obviously I think he's got some special stuff.
And for the O-line for Fort Frye, I really feel like that they really have to piggyback off of the likes of Grayson Goodwin, Dakota Robinson, you know, guys with that experience that know what it takes to win games like these.
I agree. One other key offensive lineman to look out for Fort Frye is a freshman. He is D'Angelo Jones. They speak very highly of him, so it'll be very interesting to see how this freshman does in such a big key game.
And the good thing for Fort Frye is those aren't the only kids that they're going to use. They're going to use kids like a Tristan Waller, who's a junior this year, a 2-year letter winner as well. They're going to rotate in 5, 6, 7 running backs, just especially this early in the year, keep those fresh legs. But on the offensive line side, not as much. They're basically going to stick with their 5 or 6 guys, and that's really all you're going to see unless they get a lead.
I agree. I feel like the offensive side of the football for Fort Frye, it's sticking to what you know. Linemen have to be disciplined. They have to be able to get to the second level. They have to be able to pull well. I mean, I think the trap today, since they're a wing T offense, is going to be the key to them. So they got to be able to block down the center, make some space, create holes for the running backs to run through.
And I talked to Coach John Slusser yesterday, after the interview that everybody heard earlier on the Wood Electric pregame show, and he really said that we got to play gap to gap, and I tend to agree with him.
I agree. I could see Ridgewood coming out in a 5 front just so they can cover up the gaps more, especially if Fort Frye is obviously they're a wing T football team. So it's important that if we have a 5-man front, they got to be able to cover those gaps well. So I wouldn't be surprised if Ridgewood comes out in a 5 front to start the football game.
And back to the offensive side of the football for Ridgewood, I really expect if they can't get stuff going early on, Kyle, we might have a wing T versus wing T matchup tonight.
I agree. I mean, Ridgewood, we've always been a wing T team. We've always had that in our back pocket. We've poured it out in different games where that's all we've ran. So I think especially the wing T is a great offense to incorporate all of our different running backs, such as Logan Wentz, Bryce Tolliver, Sean Beckelheimer, I believe, is one of the wings at wing T. I mean, really, we have the running backs, the skill players, the wing T. If we choose to go that route, I believe it's not a bad move.
And really, I really think that they're really going to be looking at kids like Weston McPherson up front, guys that have been there before, just those guys that can be able to keep that line together and be able to work as one unit.
I agree. I mean, it's still early in the football season, so we might see a lot of guys rotating in on the offensive line. Some key offensive linemen that come back from last year is definitely Cooper Wallace, so it's going to be interesting to see how well he does today in such a great Week 1 matchup. But Week 1, you never really know who you're going to see offensive line, so it's going to be interesting to see who really leads the way for the Generals.
Well, already the Fort Frye band has taken the field. About 6 minutes left until kickoff here in Beverly at Fort Frye. And Kyle, I must say, even though there's not a big away side bleachers, a very good crowd here for the Ridgewood Generals.
I agree. I feel like Ridgewood has traveled well, as they always do. It's something that I love about our community and the support that we receive. We love Ridgewood football, so is our community. So I love seeing the away side as full as it is. I mean, it looks pretty full to me, honestly, looking across the football field.
And really, you can't say much more, but look at the side we're on. There's hardly an empty seat over here on the Fort Frye side. They're even in the piling in on the lawn over here to our right-hand side. Like, this is how you start a season, Kyle.
Well, I tell you what, you can get much better weather for week 1 football, in my opinion. So it does not surprise me that we see so many people out here. It's going to be a great environment.
They're getting ready to do the national anthem. So while they do that, we are going to go back to the Hartford Quality Housing Mobile Studio. You're listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
Cheer on the hometown team and bring home a favorite from your locally owned Domino's in Coshocton and Newcomerstown. Right now, mix and match any 2 or more favorites for just $6.99 each. Choose from a medium 2-topping pizza, oven-baked sandwiches, wings, bread bites, pasta, desserts, and more. Or grab a large 1-topping pizza for just $7.99, pickup only. For game night, family night, and anytime hunger hits, call Domino's in Coshocton at 740-622-9345 or Domino's in Newcomerstown at 740-498-4131. Domino's Pizza, locally owned and ready for game night.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Right Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Right Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
The Fraternal Order of Eagles is an international nonprofit organization uniting fraternally in the spirit of liberty, truth, justice, and equality to make human life more desirable by lessening its ills and promoting peace, prosperity, gladness, and hope. Locally, the Uhrichsville Eagles is a proud supporter of not only local school districts, but also local police and fire departments. To learn more about the Uhrichsville Eagles, they invite you to stop by and see how they are truly people helping people.
Looking for something fresh and different in Coshocton? Check out Fat Bowls, locally owned and now open on Main Street. Fat Bowls serves fresh salads, classic and signature sandwiches, smoothie bowls made with freshly blended fruit, plus smoothies, house drinks, and more. It's a fresh new vibe for Coshocton, and they're proud to support our local teams and local sports. Stop by Fat Bowls at 531 Main Street in Coshocton and discover your new favorite.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
And welcome back. About a minute 50 left until kickoff here. Bryce Hains with you along with Kyle Bethel. We are just waiting for Ridgewood to take the field. Fort Frye is actually already huddled on the sideline. And while we wait, a big thank you to Right Mark Roofing, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Altman Health Systems, the Kime Company, Dumont Sporting Goods, as Ridgewood is taking the field right now as they're getting ready to do their usual general sway. And Kyle, this is one of the traditions that hopefully never changes for Ridgewood.
Oh, it's great. The captain comes out with the silver hammer, gets them fired up. It's a great pre-game tradition in my opinion.
And you see it on the whole other side. A lot of Generals fans up on their feet right now.
Yeah, they're excited, man. I mean, week 1 of football, we got the music bumping. I mean, it's gonna be a great electric atmosphere tonight.
And it looks like Ridgewood will be kicking off to start this game. Gavin Grau back deep. along with Luke Phillips. Your usual 5-4-2 setup on the kickoff here for Fort Frye. We're going to have Jaden Smolder going to be doing the kickoff duties for the Generals.
Yes, Jaden, he's a returning letterman. He's the kicking specialist for Ridgewood, does a great job.
And he just won a kicking camp about a week ago. So
oh, really? I didn't know that. Good for him. I'm not surprised, honestly.
The Ridgewood Athletic Facebook page posted that the other day. We want to say congratulations to him as we get ready here for the Cartoons kickoff. It looks like there's a lot of energy over on that General sidelines. The same here with Fort Frye. You know, everybody is ready to roll here for week one. I think they're just ready for summer to be over and football to be back.
I agree. It's a packed house here tonight. The home side's filled up. The away side is pretty much filled up. I mean, great atmosphere. Nothing gets better than the first kickoff of the football season. I mean, the nerves right now that those guys have on the kickoff team running down that field, it's nothing better.
And if you're Smolder here, I really feel like you don't want to kick it to 11. You want to take your chances with Phyllis here, I believe, because he's all over the place. He's going to do a little bit of everything for the Cadets today.
Yes, number 11, Gavin Rowell. He's going to be the guy to look out for Fort Frye tonight. He's going to be doing a lot of their offensive. I imagine he's a punt returner as well, just a guy that's going to be all around the football field. I'm not surprised if we call his name a lot tonight.
Smolder doing some warm-up kicks as he gets his steps in. The whistle blows, and now we are about to be underway. And high school football is now underway. That is caught at around the 11-yard line by Rue, and he's going to be tackled at around the 26-yard line by really about a host of Generals. It looked like it was possibly Bryce Tolliver there with the first contact.
Yep, I agree.
And that brings out senior quarterback Grady Hessen in the Fort Frye offense. And like we said earlier, Kyle, if you're Fort Frye, you just got to be dominant up front.
Yes, I agree. I mean, just stick to what you know, run the plays that has gained your program the respect it deserves.
1st and 10, ball on the 27-yard line, and it looks like a shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the right, man in motion. That's going to be a handoff to the right side, and a flag down in the backfield.
I imagine that would be a holding.
As Rao gets taken down by number 21, Blake Parsons. And it will be coming back with a hold on Fort Frye, so that'll be a 10-yard penalty, and they will replay first down. And if you're Ridgewood, that's the start you want.
I wholeheartedly agree with that. I mean, like we said in the pregame, the key to winning this football game is obviously the team that has the less penalties. So we'll see if Fort Frye can recover from that.
And it looked like you were right there, Kyle. It looked like a little five-man line front for the Generals to start out.
Yes, I see. I would not be surprised if that nose tackle is slanting the whole entire football game.
And that's going to be something you're going to see on the Fort Frye side of things as they line up in the wing tee with the receiver out left.
Number 27 is in motion.
And there's that counter. And it's swallowed up
Ridgewood
by the Generals.
defense does a great job getting to the football.
You know, it looked like Bricker had a very good hole, but really once he got to it, it closed by a host of Generals.
I mean, if you're Ridgewood, that's a good first play for your linebackers. Flowing to the football, getting to it. I mean, a lot of the Ridgewood defense was there ready to make the tackle.
And if you're Ridgewood, this is big. You get them for no gain right there. You have a second and very long to start out the drive as they come back in that wing tee set. Motion man right to left. And they'll motion again. And it's going to be a throw to number 4.
Ridgewood is getting to the football. Great job. Looks like they had a gain of about 7 yards.
Clayton Tullius really did a really good job of getting upfield with what he could have. But just a really, really good job by the Ridgewood defense to get 4 or 5 hats to the football.
I agree. I mean, Ridgewood's looking very solid right now, flying to the football. Fort Frye right now is in a 3rd and long situation, so it's going to be interesting to see what Fort Frye does. Obviously, you would think it would be a pass play of some sort with a down and distance.
3rd and 15, ball on the 22-yard line. Fort Frye lines up in that wing T set, motions their tight end over. Hessen drops back to pass. He's looking downfield.
Covered
and that ball's going to be almost intercepted.
Number 3, Drake Angle was there to make a beat on the ball. Almost had the interception.
And that was also Logan Wentz there as well.
Great.
So it looks like he will be playing today, and knew he was a little banged up, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 15 for the Cadets.
I mean, honestly, if you're Ridgewood right now, that you couldn't get a better first series on defense, in my opinion.
Maverick Locker back deep for the Generals. Can't see the other returner for the Generals. A low line drive kick caught at around the 45-yard line by Lockard. He crosses midfield, and he's got open room. He cuts upfield. He's still on his feet.
He's still on his feet.
Around the 35-yard line. Finally taken down by around the 32.
Line, yes. Great punt return by Maverick Lockard.
And if you're Coach John Susser, that's how you start.
This is a great start so far for Ridgewood.
And now this is where the question marks were coming up. We're going to see how the offense can respond to a good defensive possession by the Generals.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Chris Cabot, I mean, right now you have obviously started the game, but the whole offensive playbook at your disposal. You're on the Fort Frye side of the football field, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Marlatt shotgun set with running backs on each side. He's going to hand that off to Bryce Tolliver, who gets hit in the backfield. Number 7, Adric Wynn, all over Tolliver.
I agree. I mean, again, it's going to be a running football game, and if Fort Frye needs to win, they need to have their linebackers in the backfield.
And my apologies, that was Logan Wentz on the carry, not Bryce Tolliver. 6s, 8s, they kind of look the same.
Yeah, I mean, when you're up here in the stands this far away, I can imagine those numbers get a little jumbled.
Shotgun formation, wing to the right, tight end to the right. The snap to Wentz, and he's got a big hole. And he breaks free to the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown Generals.
What a start by Ridgewood. Oh, my.
Wentz with a 34-yard touchdown carry, and it was just Ridgewood football. Just a little quarterback power to the right side, and he found the hole, he hit it, and he scores.
Honestly, great blocking up front. It couldn't get any better. I mean, you could have driven a Mack truck through that hole.
And it looks like Jaden Smolder is going to be lining up for the extra point. Getting his steps, and that drive only took about 30 seconds, Kyle. The snap is good, the hold is up, and the kick is good. With 9:17 left in the first quarter, Ridgewood gets on the board first. It's General 7, Cadets nothing. You're watching and listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
Don received the best care that I think he possibly could have. Don and I both really felt that they were part of our family and we were part of their family.
I feel like I'm seen, or my kids are seen, and they generally want to hear what's wrong and they want to help however they can.
I want to be able to support an organization that's giving back to the community, that's part of my community. If that's a hospital, Coshocton Hospital is going to be my choice.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust the team at Grandview Exterior Systems. Established in 2016, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing, handling everything from repairs and replacements to full restorations and ongoing maintenance. At Grandview Exterior Systems, their mission is simple: create peace of mind for every client while setting the standard for safety, quality, and efficiency in construction. Visit them at 2230 Township Road 415 in Dundee. Call 330-275-1807 or learn more at GrandviewExteriorSystems.com. Grandview Exterior Systems. They have you and your roof covered.
Welcome back to Big Z Sports as we get ready for the Cartoons kickoff. Jaden Smolder getting ready to kick off for the Generals, and it is away. And this is going to be field at the 10-yard line. And 2 broken tackles, and it looks like Gavin Rao is going to be taken down at around the 30-ish yard line. And now this is the redemption drive for the Fort Frye Cadets.
It's going to be very interesting to see how Fort Frye retaliates based off of their first offensive series.
And if you're Coach Eric Huck, you just have to tell your line, we just can't start behind the chains.
I agree. They just got to settle down, relax, play football. I mean, it's first week of the season, getting the jitters out.
Wing T formation, tight end motions left to right. And a wing motions left to right, and it's going to be a jet sweep to the outside.
Number 28.
And Rao just gets stopped after about a gain of 3.
By number 8, Bryce Tolliver.
Also Josh Young in on the tackle as well for the Generals. And really a really good job by the Generals just flying around to the football so far.
If you're John Slusser, I mean, this is a great effort so far by the defense.
Well, Kyle, we're about 4 minutes into the first, and John Slusser's already out on the numbers, yelling at his guys.
I am not surprised.
Wing T set. Tight end shifts from right to left. Wing back motions right to left, and that's going to be a fullback dive, and it gets swallowed by the Generals. Number 4, Corey Bell with a tackle for loss.
Also in there on the tackle looked like Bryce Tolliver to clean it up.
And really, you can see it. The linebackers, they're just being able to find their holes and just they're really being untouched into the A gap.
Yes, right now, if you're Ridgewood, the linebacker play is looking great. They're flowing downhill, taking the read steps, flowing to the football. I mean, we got a 3rd and 8 situation, so it's going to be interesting to see what Fort Frye does with this.
And this is a team last year that they only threw the football about 3 times per game, and they've already had to throw it twice today.
I agree.
And we have a Cush Financial timeout by the Cadets, and we're actually going to take it with them. With 7:43 left in the first quarter, our score is Ridgewood 7, Fort Frye 0. You're listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports. Welcome back to Fort Frye High School. Fort Frye just now coming out of their huddle from the timeout. It's going to be 3rd and 8, ball on the 33-yard line for the Cadets.
They have 2 receivers and a wingback slotted out to the left.
And it looks like an empty backfield for Hessen. Motion man left to right, and it's going to be a QB counter. And really, not really what do you want to see from the Generals, but I'm still going to bring up a tough 4th down, about 4th and 2 for the Cadets here. We're going to see if they're either going to punt or if they're going to go.
It looks like they are looking to punt the football. Number 2 for Fort Frye, Grady Hessen, is punting the football.
Now, if you're Ridgewood, though, you also have to remember that's their quarterback.
Yeah.
Anything can happen here.
Yeah, you gotta be disciplined in all areas of the game. You cannot take plays off on special teams.
Looks like Wentz is back deep for the Generals.
Punts
Sorry,
away.
that's Drake Engel back deep for the Generals, and that punt is going to get a very friendly roll.
And
we'll see where they spot it. It looks like it's going to get spotted possibly at the 1-yard line.
At the 1-yard line. I mean, that punt took a generous Fort Frye bounce.
That's one of those punts, Kyle, that it looked like it was just going to go straight out of bounds, but it hit the right hole in this grass, and it just slowed it down and rolled right by the goal line.
Now Ridgewood's offense comes out onto the field, and honestly, this is going to be a great drive for Ridgewood. I mean, if they want to succeed in this football game, they need to have the time of possession on their side, and if they want to march down the football field, they're going to probably chew up a bunch of clock, in my opinion.
Shotgun set for Ridgewood. 2 running backs, 2 receivers. And that's going to be a handoff right up the middle. And really, if you're Ridgewood right there, that's really what you want. A gain of 4 on first down. It looks like that was Tolliver on the carry. hard-nosed runners, Tolliver. All he worries about is just getting downhill and trying to find some space.
And again, when you're backed up like that in your own end zone, you only need to just go straight ahead. No dancing. Find a hole, hit it, and run hard so you can give your offense more room to operate.
No first downs yet in this ball game as we're about 6:20 left in the first quarter. Trips out left for the Generals with one running back to the right-hand side. Lockard motions in. And it's going to be a jet sweep to Lockard. And he is just taken down right at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the Fort Frye linebackers to flow to the football right down the line.
And that was Parker Kern on the tackle. I feel like he's one of those guys that we're going to be seeing a lot of today at that linebacker position.
I agree. The way he flew to that football, it was great.
And if you're Fort Frye, you understand the struggles that have been happening up front for Ridgewood. I wouldn't be shocked if there was going to be some pressure being thrown Marlatte's way here.
I agree. I mean, Fort Frye, they did not look very great on offense or defense, but looks like things are heading in the right direction for them
Looks
right
like
now.
almost a wildcat formation. And that one's going out wide. And Locker just does not go anywhere, and Ridgewood's going to be forced to punt. And really, you can just tell just that whole series, Fort Frye have done a really good job of getting a push up front.
Yes, they definitely bounced back from their first series on defense. They played well. They executed what they needed to do. I mean, if you're Fort Frye, you're getting the football back potentially on your side of the football field. So this is big for them.
Punt team out for the Generals. The snap is good. And the kick is away. It's going to be a short line drive punt. Great field position for the Cadets as that one goes out of bounds around the 25-yard line. And really, if you think about it, Kyle, just one first down, and then we're going to be in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
Again, great field position for Fort Frye. If you're Ridgewood, the special teams is a key component, like we were saying. Right there did not look like it went Ridgewood's way, but again, they're going to have another chance to punt it later in the football game, so we'll see if they do any better.
And we were talking with our friends from Marietta doing the Fort Frye side of the broadcast. This is field goal range for the Cadets as well.
Yes, I mean, great field position for them.
As the fullback takes one up the middle for a gain of around 3, and right there's Titan Waller's first carry of the game.
It looked like number 12, Jet Humphrey, was in there on the tackle.
About 2nd and 6. Looks like they spotted it more 2nd and 7. Looks like it's going to be on around the 22-yard line for the Cadets. Wing T formation, tight end. Looks like a tight end both to the left and the right. No receiver in this formation. Motion man right to left. And that's a big run for the Cadets. 2 broken tackles, gets inside the 10-yard line, and we are now in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
Great execution by Fort Frye. Motioned away, counter back. I mean, textbook wing T offense.
And they're running it more like you see like Navy run it. They're running it more like a wishbone more than a wing T.
Yeah. I mean, great job by Fort Frye. We're going to see if they're going to continue this.
1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Wing T setup. Motion man right to left. And they're going to counter back to the right-hand side with Rowe. And he's going to be stopped at around the 4-yard line.
Looked like number 8, Bryce Tolliver, was in on the tackle.
I'll get Mr. Rao's name right one of these times. So I've written it down on my paper about 3 different times, so eventually we'll get that one right.
They have a second down, 3 yards to go to the end zone.
Another wing T setup, motion man right to left. And they're going to give it to him on basically a wingback dive, and that one goes nowhere.
Great job by Ridgewood flowing to the football.
It looked like Connor Miller on the tackle for the Generals. Third and goal, ball on the 3-yard line. Fort Frye again in the wing T set. Motion man left to right, and it's going to be a jet sweep to Rao on the outside, looking for the pylon.
Does he get in?
And
Yes,
it's
he
a
does.
Touchdown, Cadets. And really, if you're Fort Frye, capitalizing off that shank punt from the Generals and being able to put a good drive together, that's the momentum you need if you're the Cadets.
Yes, like I said earlier, field position is the key to this game. Fort Frye definitely took advantage of that. And like we were saying earlier in the broadcast, Fort Frye loves their misdirection. They had a couple of linemen pull to the left, running back went to the right on the outside.
It looks like they might be going for two, like a little swinging gate here. The motion man right to left, and that's exactly what they're going to do.
Incomplete.
Hessen with a very nice ball to the back of the ends and off the fingertips of number 12, Titan Waller. With 2:24 left in the first quarter, our score, Ridgewood 7, Fort Frye 6. We'll be right back on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
Altman Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscaroras Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
I've spent most of my life right here in the Coshocton area, playing sports, coaching, and watching families and businesses in our community grow. I'm Robbie Chandler with the Albertson Lawrence Agency. When it comes to protecting your home, your car, and the people you love, I don't believe in a one-size-fits-all policy. We're independent, so I can compare coverages from numerous companies and find an option that fits best for you. Don't just renew your insurance, let me take a look. Call me at 740-622-0572. That's 740-622-0572. I'm Robbie Chandler with the Albertson Lawrence Agency right here in Coshocton.
A 6-play drive for the Cadets going 25 yards with a route 3-yard touchdown run gets Fort Frye on the board as we get ready for our Cartoons kickoff. Another great sponsor from Big Z Sports. We're so glad to have them on the broadcast today. As Fort Frye, they're getting ready to see if they can build off of something from the last drive on defense as Titan Waller looks to kick off for the Cadets. Short kick, looks like it's going to be caught at around this 15-yard line.
Sean Beckelheimer gets some space.
And he's got room. He breaks free around the 40, gets to about the 47-yard line.
Great field position for the Ridgewood Generals. Nice little kick return by Sean Beckelheimer.
And he was tackled by a host of Cadets on the play. And if you're Coach John Slusser, you're really looking for a good offensive possession from the Generals here.
It's going to be interesting to see how Ridgewood can come back out after being backed up in their own end zone. Obviously, they're going to be able to open the playbook up a little bit more with being in midfield position.
1st and 10, ball on the 48-yard line. Twin running backs here in the shotgun set for Ridgewood. The snap, and it's going to be handed off to Lockard. And he gets swallowed at the line for maybe a gain of 1 on the play.
Fort Frye's defensive line did a great job of closing the gap and wrapping him up for a very short gain.
And just like we said in the pregame, Dakota Robinson really doing a good job at that nose tackle position, really playing both A-gaps so really his linebackers can come free and they can all gang tackle on the football.
I agree. I feel like if Fort Frye wants to win this football game, they need to win the line of scrimmage battle.
2nd and 9, ball on the 48-yard line. Shotgun formation for the Generals. The play action, and Marlatt completes it over to the right side for a Generals first down and a gain of around 20 yards to Drake Angle. And really, if you're the Generals, you see that space on that outside. You haven't really been throwing the ball much, and they're going to start stacking the box. You pick your spots, and you find that open field.
Yes, Ridgewood does a great job executing the pass play. Again, Wyatt Marlatt did a great job. It's going to be interesting to see if Ridgewood decides to open the playbook up and pass the football more, if they continue to stick to more of a run-balanced approach.
And that indeed was a First Federal Community Bank first down as Marlatt. Actually, that's Wentz taking the direct snap. Takes it to the right-hand side for about a 6-yard gain. And it looks like on that tackle was Grayson Goodwin for the Cadets.
Ridgewood now is on the 24-yard line in a 2nd and short situation.
Well, it's 2nd and 4. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Looks like they come out in a wildcat position again. Wentz with the
Goes
handoff.
to Wentz. And he fights his way through, and he gets himself a first down. That's another First Federal Community Bank first down, and the Generals are now in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. A great job by the offensive line there. It really looked like there was nothing going, and then you just saw that whole part through so that Wentz can get through.
Great push by the Ridgewood Generals on the offensive line. It's going to be interesting if they can continue this push on the offensive line and try to get Ridgewood back into the end zone.
Marlatt now back in the game after that one play off for Wentz to take the snap. And we have a timeout, Ridgewood, a Cush Financial timeout from Ridgewood, and we're going to take it with them. With 6 seconds left in the first quarter, our score is Ridgewood 7, Fort Frye 6. You're listening to high school football from Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Welcome back as we are getting out of this Cush Financial timeout. The Generals on the ball just waiting for Fort Frye to take the field again. And really, if you're the Generals, Kyle, like you cannot be happier with this drive, but you have to finish it.
I agree. Nothing matters unless you are able to finish this drive, right? It's a great drive so far, but if Ridgewood Generals do not score, it'd be all for nothing.
And you also have to remember, this drive, it started around midfield, so they're moving the ball very well here on first down. As Wentz does take the snap, runs it to the right, and he's really met right around the looks like the 13-yard line is where they're gonna stop. And that right there is going to take us to the end of the first quarter. Our score, Ridgewood 7, Fort Frye 6. We'll be back for the second quarter right after this.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza, with locations in West Lafayette and Janaden-Hutton to serve you. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Try one today in West Lafayette or Janaden-Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn about their daily specials and more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust the team at Grandview Exterior Systems. Established in 2016, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing, handling everything from repairs and replacements to full restorations and ongoing maintenance. At Grandview Exterior Systems, their mission is simple: create peace of mind for every client while setting the standard for safety, quality, and efficiency in construction. Visit them at 2230 Township Road 415 in Dundee. Call 330-275-1807 or learn more at GrandviewExteriorSystems.com. Grandview Exterior Systems. They have you and your roof covered.
And welcome back to Fort Frye High School as we're getting ready to start the second quarter. 7-6 your score in favor of the Generals. They are in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone as we are waiting for Fort Frye to take the field. And really, Kyle, on paper, this is the game that we expected it to be so far.
Yes, I mean, offensive side of the football, defensive side of the football, both teams are really doing a great job. They've had some setbacks, but ultimately they're bouncing back. They're moving the football. So let's see what Ridgewood does opening into the second quarter.
2nd and 7, ball on the 13-yard line. And it looks like just a QB sneak right up the middle, and that's gonna get him about 4 yards on the play. Down at around the 9.5 yard line.
Ball carrier on the play was Bryce Tolliver.
And just like we've been saying all day, Ty Waller making another play for the Cadets.
This is a big third down for both football squads. Let's see how it turns out, Bryce.
And the good thing for Ridgewood is they do have a kicker that can make most field goals that he attempts. So it looks like wing T formation for the Generals. Motion man left to right. And that's going to go to Tolliver up the middle, and really he goes nowhere. And now it's decision time for Coach John Slusser.
I could see him going for it early in the football game. Really nothing going. I could see him going for it.
Grayson Goodwin on the stop there for the Cadets. And really, Grayson Goodwin, he has been all over the field this first quarter in about 1 minute.
Looks like Ridgewood is taking the field on offense, so they are electing to go for it.
And if you're Coach John Slusser, you're this close. You might as well try for 6.
I agree.
As they line up wing T again. Motion man left to right. It looks like a little freeze play here, Kyle, as we know pretty well from playing for Coach Slusser, and another timeout for the Generals.
And to Fort Frye's credit, they did a great job. They knew the down, the situation. They held their water on defense.
And another Cush Financial timeout. We'll actually stay right here for this one. Really, Kyle, if this is a big decision for Coach John Slusser. Do you take the points or do you try and steal that momentum from Fort Frye?
I think they're going to go for it. It's still very early in the football game. There's nothing really to lose by going for it. If you don't get it, you back Fort Frye up to the 9-yard line. So if they don't get any yards, they gain. And really, it's a win-win situation.
And it looks like they will go for it as Jaden Smolder is walking back toward the sideline. He's actually standing right beside Coach Jason Laney to see if he's actually going to go out and kick this field goal. This field goal would be about a 33-yard attempt. Actually, it'd be a 29-yard attempt. And it looks like they're going to go for it here. Fort Frye taking the field back again.
Ridgewood coming back out into a wing T set.
Wentz and Lockard the wings with Tolliver at running back, and that's going to be a jet sweep to the right-hand side.
Does he get it?
He does not. That is going to be a turnover on downs.
Great job by Fort Frye flowing to the football.
And right there is Grayson Goodwin again, and really from the get-go, that one really didn't have anything going for it.
I agree. I mean, Fort Frye was very well disciplined. They flew to the football. Really, hats off to Fort Frye. They did a great job.
And really, I will say I'm shocked that Coach Slusser went back to the wing T after the first 2 plays there in that series. They really were doing a really good job in their spread offense there.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success earlier with the shotgun U-back look.
Wing T set for Fort Frye. Tight end motions over, left to right. Wide receiver out to the short side on the left side of the field. And there's the wing back handoff, and it gets demolished. Gavin Rao just gets leveled by number 4, Corey Belt.
Great job by Corey Belt, flowing down the line, reading his keys, filling the gap, and making a play.
The weak side backer making the play in the opposite A gap. That's a great job by the Generals.
He was unblocked. He came, he flowed, filled the hole, filled the void. Really textbook play by Corey Belt.
Going to be 2nd and 10 at the 8-yard line for the Cadets. It looks like they will line up back in that wing T formation. Tight end to the right-hand side, no receivers. Motion man right to left. Hessen drops back to pass, looking downfield. He'll find a man at around the 12-yard line. He gets out to the 20-yard line, and that's going to be a First Federal Community Bank first down for the Cadets.
Tackle on the play made by number 4, Corey Belt.
And really, that was just a great play call by Coach Eric Huck of the Cadets.
Yeah, I always think in a wing T look, the boot rollout is a great play. I mean, the backside tight end came across the field. He sat, filled a void, caught the football, and got a nice gain.
1st and 10 on the 20-yard line for the Cadets. Motion man right to left in the wing T. Hessen drops back to pass yet again, and he's got pressure, and he is going to be sacked by the Generals. Actually, he broke free. He did end up getting sacked, but just not when we thought.
Tackled by about 4 Generals after he broke the first 2 tackles.
Looks like number 55 was the first one to be there. That's going to be Dylan Wood for the Generals. little Coshocton action right there for you. Glad to have you, Dylan, here on the Generals this year. That's going to break up a 2nd and 13 from the 17-yard line for the Cadets.
It's going to be interesting to see what Fort Frye does here. It looks like they come out and
Back to that wing T formation.
Yep, wing T formation.
Motion man right to left. And it's going to be a jet sweep out to the left-hand side. And there's flags down in the backfield. Sam Bricker on the carry, but I do not think that's going to stand.
I don't think either.
It is going to be a hold on the Cadets.
And again, Bryce, what I talked about earlier, I mean, if you want to win this football game, it's key that you don't have any holding penalties. And honestly, in two big situations for Fort Frye, they get that holding penalty, and it backs them up well beyond the sticks.
And you know Coach John Slusser and Coach Eric Huck, they understand these things are going to happen in week one. But with such a good gain right there, you're almost to the sticks after that run, and you just get brought back. It's really a big drive killer if you're the Cadets.
I agree. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what Fort Frye does coming out of the huddle. They're a wing T football team. They're backed well beyond the sticks. You'd almost have to think pass, right, Bryce?
You would think, but we went to Ridgewood, Kyle, so we always think run.
That is
2nd
true.
and 23, ball on the 7-yard line, wing T formation for the Cadets. Tight end motions over right to left. Wing back motions left to right. That's going to be up the middle to number 12. That's going to be Titan Waller, and he does not get much. He's going to get to about the 11-yard line.
Number 58, Parker Snyder, was the first one there for the Generals after a host of tacklers came in to support.
And really, they don't look at not a lot of size up front, but as we've known from years past, Ridgewood doesn't really need a lot of size. They're going to be able to play with hopefully whoever lines up against them.
Yes, it's just disciplined, well-coached football, tough-nosed kids. That's what Ridgewood football has traditionally been.
And really, you've been seeing it on the opposite side for Fort Frye as well, on both the offensive and defensive sides. Two really good football teams coming into tonight. 3rd and 20, shotgun set for the Cadets. Motion man.
Looks like some sort of screenplay.
And Maverick is all over it. And that great play by Maverick to knock that pass down.
Maverick
almost had a pick six.
Yes. Great play, great read by Maverick Lockard.
And really, he was all over that from the beginning. He followed his hip, and he just stayed with them. If he only had about a half a step, he would have caught the ball literally in the end zone for a touchdown.
Again, great drive defensively for Ridgewood. Anytime you get backed up on the sticks, they did a great job of keeping them from getting a first down.
Cadets punting away, and it's a short one. It's going to hit the ground about the 35, and it's going to roll to about the 38-yard line. And if you're the Generals, after that last drive they had, this is the drive that you need to take control of this game.
Honestly, great field position again for the Ridgewood Generals. If you're Ridgewood, if you capitalize here, things got to be heading in the right direction. The momentum, I feel like, is shifting right now towards the Generals.
And you've been seeing the last couple of drives, they've really been heavy with Logan Wentz. Don't be shocked to see Maverick get more involved, Drake get more involved, and Bryce Tolliver getting more involved in this drive. Maybe Wyatt might throw a little bit, catch him off guard. Who knows?
The nice thing for Ridgewood is I believe they have a lot of skilled players that can do great things with the football.
1st and 10 from the 39-yard line. Split running backfield in the shotgun for the Generals. Play action, Wentz takes the direct snap, and he gets swallowed up by a host of Cadets at the line of scrimmage.
Looks about a 1-yard gain for Ridgewood.
I really think that far judge over there was pretty generous with that spot.
I agree, Bryce, I agree.
He got swallowed up right around the 40. They gave him about a half yard to mark it down around the 41-yard line. Sorry, the 39-yard line. It's going to bring around 2nd and 9.
Wyatt Marlatt back in at quarterback for the Generals.
Logan Wentz lined up to the right, trips right for the Generals. 10 seconds on the play clock, the snap. Marlatt drops back the pass, finds Lockard in the flat. And honestly, if you're the Generals, those are the kind of receptions that you need. You need those little dumps to get 8 or 9 yards.
Great execution. Now they're in a 3rd and short situation.
And that was It looked like that was Grant Witten on the tackle.
I believe so it was.
Just get the going, and sometimes these numbers, they'll just mix together, and especially being as high up in the bleachers as we are tonight.
Wyatt Marlatt is in shotgun with the split backfield.
The snap, that's going to be a handoff to Wentz, and the ball is out.
Let's see who gets it. Looks like Ridgewood recovers the football. It'll be about a 4th down and 4 situation.
And really, if you're Coach John Slusser, you had the perfect angle of it. It just didn't look like Logan Wentz. He had the ball at all.
I agree. And again, for Ridgewood to win this football game, they need to be mistake-free.
Big 4th down here. It looks like they will go for it on the 32-yard line of Fort Frye. 4th and 3.
Marlatt in shotgun with the split backfield as well.
Looks like a little unbalanced line to the right side for the Generals. And it's a power up the middle, and it's close, but it does not look like he got there.
From my angle, it looked like he got it, Bryce. It looks.
They might go out and measure this, but it looks like he might be a half yard off.
I believe after they spotted that
and they say
football.
that it is Fort Frye football. Grayson Goodwin yet again making another big play for the Cadets. Oh, it looks like they are going to measure this, Kyle.
This is going to be interesting. After the officials signaled a 1st down.
Oh, no, they will not. They will not.
The
chain already moved back to the other way, so it looks like we're going to stick with Fort Frye football.
The officials are huddled up on the football. It looks like they're convening.
Hey, Coach John Slusser is not happy right now.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know what's going on right now, Bryce.
And really, Coach Slusser needs to be careful. He's out past the numbers right now. The last thing Ridgewood needs is a personal foul.
Looks like they actually decide to stick with Fort Frye and give a 1st down for Fort Frye and a turnover on downs for Ridgewood.
And Ridgewood has about 3 coaches out to the numbers now. John Slusser looking for an explanation from the side judge on the far sideline.
As you might imagine, I would be pretty upset, too, if I was Coach John Slusser. I mean, I don't know what they're convening that long for.
I do think that it was short, but I don't – if you're going to measure it, you have to be a little quicker to say that you're going to measure that so that those chains don't move.
I agree. I mean, first week of the football season, the officials have to get back in the swing and get things
It's going to be
as well.
1st and 10 for the Cadets as they take over on downs. Wing T set, no receivers, double tight end.
Ridgewood in a 5-man front.
Wing back motion right to left. And it's another wing back trap, and it goes nowhere. Number 13, Josh Young, all over it. That looks like it's going to be about a 3-yard loss for the Cadets.
And like I said, Bryce, Ridgewood is going to be rotating a lot at defensive line position. There's been a lot of guys at the defensive line spot so far, and we're only halfway through the 2nd quarter. I mean, so far, if you're rotating that many guys, you're not doing a bad job right now.
Exactly. 2nd and 13, ball on the 27, wing T formation. Motion man right to left. Hessen drops back to pass, looking downfield. And a great play by Corey Belt. Incomplete pass. Does a great job getting a hand in there to knock that free. That's going to bring up a big 3rd and long for the Cadets.
Again, Fort Frye booted out to the right. Backside tight end came across the field. Great pickup by Corey Belt to get that pass breakup.
And as you know, Kyle, this is what Coach Jake Laney likes to call the money down for this Ridgewood defense. 3rd and long, ball on the 27-yard line.
Fort Frye in shotgun position.
Hessen takes the snap, rolls out to the right, looking downfield, and he's got a man deep. And that one is caught at the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown Cadets.
Great job by Fort Frye. They had a double move on the outside. He got past the defender. He got mixed up. Honestly, great play call by Fort Frye.
Clayton Tullius with a big 73-yard reception puts Fort Frye in the lead 12-7 with 4:07 left in the first half.
That was a huge play for Fort Frye. Great play call, great execution. The line blocked great up front. It looks like they're attempting for the 2-point conversion again. Now they're going to motion back inside for a PAT. Number 12, Titan Walder, attempting the point after attempt. Kick is up. Kick is good. Fort Frye leads the football game 13-7 with 4:07 left to play in the second quarter.
And really, if you're Ridgewood, you're just thinking, we got to answer. We got to answer.
Yep.
And actually, we're going to answer. We're going to answer with a quick commercial break here on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
Great care is closer than you think at Coshocton Regional Medical Center.
I find it really rewarding to work here because I know that the care I provide will directly impact this community.
It gives me a great sense of pride to be able to give back that health care that I got while I was a patient here.
When the people come in, we know them by name, and that means so much to a patient when we can connect with them, and I know that they know they're loved.
Care for our community starts at Coshocton Regional Medical Center, where care matters most.
At First Federal Community Bank, we know strong communities are built through teamwork, dedication, and people who care, both on the field and off. I'm Carly Henry, Financial Center Manager at First Fed. As a locally owned bank, we're proud to support the communities we serve and help our neighbors work toward their financial goals. From everyday banking to planning for the future, our team is ready to help. First Federal Community Bank, empowering the financial well-being of our community, one person at a time. Visit firstfed.com, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports. A big 5-play, 73-yard drive with a 73-yard touchdown pass from Grady Hessen to number 4, Clayton Tullius. And we have a brand new ball game now, Kyle.
Again, it seems like the momentum has shifted back to Fort Frye's side.
And Hessen getting ready to kick off here on the Cartoons kickoff.
We have a flag on the play.
This one's going to be returned from about the 15-yard line. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be stopped at around the 28 or 29-yard line for the Generals.
It's going to be interesting to see what this flag is. It looks like the kickoff team passed the line before the kicker kicked the football.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Slusser is going to have a decision to make. As we wait for the referee to see what the penalty is.
Looks like Ridgewood is going to decline the penalty and take over possession.
All right. After no signal from the referee. Here it comes right now. Yep, it is offsides on the Cadets. They will move it up 5 yards from the end of the play. 4 minutes left here in the first half. 13-7 Fort Frye. 1st and 10, ball on the 34-yard line for the Generals. Shotgun formation, a little stack out right with a slot man also in the right and a wing back to the left as the wing back motions from right to left. Empty backfield for the Generals. Drops back to pass. Marlatt looks, throws, finds a man over at midfield. That is going to be Logan Wentz yet again, and he's going to get himself a First Federal Community Bank first down at the 49-yard line.
Great execution by Ridgewood. They spread out the field. Fort Frye has not seen that look yet. Something in the back pocket of Ridgewood. They got a very nice gain out to Ridgewood's 49-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Generals. Ball on their own 49-yard line.
Wyatt Marlatt in the backfield with the sidecar.
Trips left.
Sidecar motions
and
out.
Now it's a quad left. Marlatt, empty backfield. That's a great pass there by Marlatt. If I can see the number, I will let you guys know who that was. That's number 3.
Lockard on the pass
to Drake Engel for another First Federal Community Bank first down. And this is the start that Ridgewood needed in this drive.
Yep, they got 2 great pass plays that have gained great yardage. So far, great drive by the Generals.
Trips right for the Generals. And now an empty backfield. And timeout for the Cadets. A Cush Financial timeout, and we will take it with them. With 3:04 left in the first half, our score, Fort Frye 13, Ridgewood 7. You're listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
A strong community just doesn't happen. It's built by businesses that show up and keep showing up. Johnson's Plumbing and Heating has been doing just that in Coshocton since 1955. From heating and air conditioning to plumbing, refrigeration, boilers, gas piping, and commercial mechanical services, Johnson's has the experience to keep homes and businesses running right. And they're proud to support the young people and local teams that make our community strong. Johnson's Plumbing and Heating in Coshocton. Call 740-622-4438.
Welcome back here at Fort Frye High School in Beverly, Ohio, as we're just awaiting the teams to get out of their huddle. 13-7 is our score, and really a great start to the drive for the Generals. And I'm pretty sure, Kyle, that Eric Huck saw something with that empty formation in the quad set left-hand side that he didn't like.
Yeah, it's an interesting formation for Ridgewood. They haven't really ran that formation until this drive. I mean, obviously, I think Fort Frye had a little bit of adjusting to make in the timeout.
Trips right for the Generals now with the shift, makes it quads right. Marlatt takes the snap, and he's going to run with a QB draw. And he's going to get across the 35 down to around the 32-yard line. A great run by Wyatt Marlatt. And that's going to be Clayton Tullius again on the play. And really, that's a name that we've been saying all day is Clayton Tullius. He's really been all over the field for Fort Frye. He's done a very good job.
Ridgewood looks to be in about a second and third situation. It'd be interesting to see if they continue to go in the empty look.
About 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the half. If that dual running back look with receiver on each side. Motion man left to right. And that one goes to Lockard, and it goes nowhere.
Great job by Fort Frye on that play. Motion man went across the field, counter back.
And right
they read their keys and made a play.
And Titan Waller again just running downhill, making another play for the Cadets. It's really been the Waller and the Goodwin show for the Cadets on defense. Both linebackers play very aggressive, and they play very, very fast. 3rd and 5 for the Generals. Ball on the 35-yard line. Trips right. Marlatt steps back to pass, rolls to his right. It throws it to number 14 as he tries to get upfield.
Looks like he's going to be 2 yards short from the first down.
Andrew Kinsey on the catch. Atrick Wynn on the tackle, and that's another big decision for Coach John Slusser with about 1:20 left in the half.
Right now, Ridgewood has gone for on 4th down twice and has been unsuccessful both times. So it would be interesting to see what John Slusser decides to do.
It looks like they're going to say 3rd time's the charm and that they're going to line up and try this thing again. Both teams with 1 timeout left, getting close to 1 minute left in the first half. 4th and 2, ball on the 32-yard line.
Ridgewood coming out, looks like a wildcat formation.
Looks like that power formation that we saw earlier. And the snap to Wentz, and he gets upfield and he finds a hole, and he gets enough for a First Federal Community Bank first down.
Great execution by Ridgewood right there. I mean, they were unsuccessful 2 previous tries. This 3rd time they got it and even gained more yards than expected.
And a great job by the left side of that line because it looked like nothing was happening. Then Wentz found that little hole and made a gain of 10 out of it. And they
getting in a wildcat
same
position.
Exact formation. Wentz takes the snap. And he's going to bounce it to the outside, and he's just going to,
breaks a
he's
tackle.
going to get swallowed. And it looked like he was going to break free, but too
many. Fort Frye gets a football on the fumble.
In a big turn of events. We couldn't really see it pop out because it was on the far sideline. It looks like quarterback and safety Grady Hessing comes up with the football.
Unfortunately, it looked like Logan Wentz came up a little bit injured on that play when he was going back to the sidelines. Hopefully he can come back into the football game.
It's been a crucial part to this offense, and I'm interested to see what Fort Frye does here with 25 seconds left in the first half. Wing T formation. No receivers, 2 tight end set. Motion man right to left. It's going to be that counter back that they just love to do so much, and really it just gets swallowed up for about a gain of about 4. And that looks like it's probably going to be the last play of the first half. And that will do it for the first half. 2 quarters down, and it looks like our score is going to be 13-7. And I believe that was
Riston Short-Wilkie on a tackle for the Ridgewood Generals.
And if you're Coach Don Slusser, sure, the turnover really hurts, but you can't be mad about how your boys played. And we'll actually talk about this here in a couple minutes. Going into halftime, our score, Fort Frye 13, Ridgewood 7. We'll be back to talk about it here on Big C Sports and Claxon Sports.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
At Coshocton Dentistry, Dr. Brian Dunlap and Dr. Patrick Lauper provide expert dental care in a comfortable, family-friendly environment. From routine checkups to advanced treatments, your smile is a priority at Coshocton Dentistry. Located on Main Street in Coshocton, where we treat you like family, contact Coshocton Dentistry today and experience the care you deserve. Now accepting new patients. Visit us online today at CoshoctonDentistry.com.
Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
From concept to creation, Gemini Company is here to bring your dreams to life. With over 85 years of combined on-the-job experience, our expert staff is ready to plan, coordinate, and complete your project. Whether it's a new kitchen or a bathroom, a home renovation, or new construction from the ground up, Gemini Company is here to make it happen. Visit our website today to get started.
At Hartson's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Hartson's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
Hey fans, score big on flavor at Jared's Ice Cream. They feature the largest selection of hand-dipped ice cream in all of Coshocton. Need more than a sweet treat? Save room for lunch or dinner with their delicious Sloppy Joes and hot shredded chicken sandwiches. Stop on by today. Jared's Ice Cream, 514 Main Street in Coshocton.
Hi, I'm Zach Motice with the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. For all your auto, home, farm, and business insurance needs, contact our team at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency. Or stop in and see us at one of our 3 locations in downtown New Philadelphia, Sugar Creek, or in Strasburg, providing excellent service to the Tuscarawas Valley since 1885. Everyone here at the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency would like to wish all area athletes good luck this season.
People's Bank, our team of local wealth management professionals, can help you achieve your financial goals. We provide customized services, including investment management, estate planning, trust administration services, retirement planning, and if you are a business owner, 401k plans for your employees. Our strategies are designed to grow and preserve wealth while minimizing risk. Put our decades of expertise to work for you. People's Bank, working together, building success.
We are out here at Jeff Drennan Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram of Coshocton. Beside me is Rich West, one of the salesmen here. Rich, why should somebody come buy a car here?
Well, when you buy a car from Jeff Drennan dealerships, you are part of a family, and that family is going to be deeply rooted into the community. We're going to be out at the games. We're going to see you at the stores. We're going to make sure that you're taken care of, not just during the sales process, but also after the sales process.
Absolutely. You guys heard it here first. If you're looking to buy a car, it's time to talk to Jeff.
Wood Electric has been trusted with all of your electrical needs for over 30 years. They are the place to call for residential, commercial, and industrial work. Wood Electric is available 24 hours a day and ready to help with any electrical problem, outage, or installation. Wood Electric, serving Tuscarawas County and beyond since 1988. Like Wood Electric on Facebook or find them online at woodelectric.net.
And welcome back to the First National Bank of Denison halftime show. And Kyle, we've been standing up here, and which you were on the phone with your beautiful baby daughter. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And then we just look over to our left, and there's Mr. John Lindig and the Ridgewood Marching Generals out here. He always does a great job with his marching bands.
He does. I mean, his halftime shows they're always great to watch. He does a great job. He's been the band director for longer than I've been alive, I think.
And it looks like more of a show band more than a competitive band style this year. Numbers are a little bit down, and some dance moves out there on the field for the Marching Generals.
I like it, though. It's a nice little mix-up.
And now to switch over to our halftime report. A really, really nice first half, really, on both sides. We understand that both sides are going to make mistakes. It's week 1 of the football season. But the good thing is, Kyle, is these two teams, they're in the same region. This might not be the first or only time that they see each other this year.
I agree. Really, if I'm both coaches, yes, there's some things to clean up on both sides of the football, but ultimately, I don't think either team's doing a bad job.
And really, for both teams, it all starts up front. We've seen some weaknesses on both sides of the ball. Really, for Coach Huck and the Fort Frye Cadets, really the guard play hasn't really been what they expect it to be. Missing some blocks on some pulls, letting the backers flow in. That's probably going to be a big key for the Cadets in this second half.
Yeah, I look for the Fort Frye offense to continue to be ahead in this football game. I think they need to be ahead of the sticks. I mean, really, for most of the football game, they've found themselves in some pretty long down and distances.
And for the Generals, it's more, as we saw more in the second quarter with that empty set that they've been running. I think that they go more with that. If Logan Wentz is okay, we hope that he is. But even if he's not, you have guys like Bryce Tolliver, Drake Engel, Maverick Locker that can be able to do those kinds of things for the Generals. So I expect them to see them do that more often.
I agree. I think one big key for Ridgewood in the second half is they have to hold on to the football. They've fumbled it twice. They got one back. One was given away to Fort Frye. I think that's a big thing in a big game like this. In order to win, you got to hold on to the football.
And really, what's really making this such a close game right now is both sides. On defense, they're not letting up the big play very often. Really, there was the first drive by Ridgewood, a big play for a touchdown, and then that last one before the half, Fort Frye hits a big 73-yard bomb to score to take the lead.
Yeah, I think ultimately this game is a very tight game. It's 13-7. If you take away those two big plays, I mean, it's a very tight football game.
And really, on when you look at this game on paper, I don't think you expected a 35-34, 35-28 game. This is kind of the dogfight that we were expecting.
Yeah, I expected this game to be this close at halftime with the score. I mean, both teams love to run the football. Both teams are disciplined on defense. So 13-7 is not a surprise to me whatsoever.
And if you're Coach John Slusser, you really have to be proud of how your kids are playing. Besides the one turnover and that one shanked punt, those yellow flags haven't been coming out for the Generals. They have 0 penalties for 0 yards so far, which, as you know, for Ridgewood Week 1, that's very good. Usually they have a couple penalties. But then on the other side, you know Coach Huck wants to clean things up with 3 penalties for 25 yards.
I mean, I agree. Fort Frye, they've had some penalties, but ultimately they're ahead in the football game, so they've recovered well from those. I think a big key for Ridgewood in the second half is they're down, right, 13-7. So I look to see Chris Cabot come out in the empty set, try to throw the ball around a little bit, try to get some mismatches on the outside, and ultimately succeed in moving the football down the field.
And looking at the scoring drives here for both sides, it all started with Ridgewood. They had a 2-play, 34-yard drive that really only lasted about 30 seconds once they first got the football, with a big 34-yard touchdown run by Maverick Lockhart on 2nd and 10. And really, if you're Ridgewood, you have to be able to build off of a drive like that. You can't have that shank punt before. So I'm interested to see if they can have a big drive, since they're getting the football back at half, have a big drive and be able to build on that both offensively and defensively for the Generals.
I agree. One thing I do want to point out on the defensive side of the football, how do you think Ridgewood's doing defensively?
Honestly, with the size differential up front, I really think their big key was to bring that 5th guy in for the line. I think their linebackers are flowing very well. Really, it's just their secondary just needs to stay home on play action and just play coverage. If they need to make tackles, they should just be making tackles about 10 to 15 yards downfield. Unless it's outside, then they can break on that football.
Yeah, I feel like one thing Fort Frye is doing pretty well right now is their play action passes. They've been getting some big pass plays with that, or big plays in general with that. One thing I want to point out is I feel like the linebacker play, Corey Belt, he's doing a pretty good job right now. He's leading the way in tackles for the Generals.
Yeah, and he's really been everywhere, both on special teams, whether it's punt, kickoff. He's one of the first ones to the ball all the time. And then on that defensive side of the ball, we've seen it on both ends. We've seen it in the run game. We've seen him breaking up passes in the passing game. If you're Coach Slusher, you have to be over the moon with how Belt's playing for your defense.
I agree. First start, he looks pretty solid for Ridgewood.
And on the other end, it's exactly what we expected. It is the Goodwin show. He has been everywhere for the Cadets, whether it's 6 yards downfield, 3 yards in the backfield, out on the edge, toward the sideline. It doesn't matter. Goodwin's going to make a play.
Yes, Goodwin and their quarterback, Grady Hessen, number 2, he's done a great job putting the ball right where it needs to be on play actions. I mean, that score, that last play where they scored 73 yards, he threw the football in stride. That was a great play by their quarterback.
And really, that got opened up by a great play action fake. Fort Frye's just doing a great job of carrying their fakes through. Grady's doing a great job of just hiding the football until he needs to throw it, keeping the Generals off balance. And I expect them to run that more, but with the quarterback run incorporated with it. I saw it 2 years ago when they played Fort Frye up here, or Buckeye Trail, I apologize, in the playoffs. They like to run that wishbone and then boot off of that, off that wingback dive.
Yeah, I feel like if you're a wing T football team, you need to have a couple pass plays in your back pocket that work really well for you. And right now it's that play action boot to the outside that they're really executing very well. That tight end from the backside flung across the middle and sitting. He's caught 2 passes on that play action boot, and that's really one of the last reads.
And looking at the Fort Frye scores, you had a 6-play, 25-yard drive that got capped off by that Rowell 3-yard touchdown that we didn't know if it was a touchdown, right by the pylon. And really, besides that, Ridgewood's done a really good job of keeping Rowell in check.
I agree. Again, like I said earlier, Ridgewood's done a really great job at just keeping Fort Frye behind the sticks. Yes, they've had that one big 73-yard play, but other than that, Ridgewood's got to be pretty happy with their defensive effort so far.
And then we also have to talk about that drive right before the half, the 5-play, 73-yard drive with a 73-yard touchdown catch. That's a big drive for Fort Frye. You have a good run to start the drive, get behind the chains, be able to get a couple yards from that, and then that big play-action pass on 3rd down caught the Generals sleeping, hit him over the top, and Tolis, who's also been all over the field both offensively and defensively, making a big play for the Cadets.
I agree, Bryce. I'm interested to see how both teams execute whenever they come out of the half. A great football team, if you have the momentum on your side, a great football team is going to keep that on their side and really just use that and help them play better. Fort Frye, it seems, has the momentum. if Ridgewood comes out, scores, I think the momentum's back on Ridgewood's side.
And we just like to take a second to thank Right Mark Roofing, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Altman Health Systems, the Kime Company, First National Bank of Denison, and Dumont Sporting Goods. Without you guys, we would not be able to bring you this broadcast, so thank you for supporting all the kids around the area, and thank you for being sponsors of Big Z Sports. About 6:20 left until they reset the 3 minutes. So we're going to step aside for a second. We're going to take it to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. Halftime here with about 6 minutes left. It's 13-7 Fort Frye. You're listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
Strong communities are built by strong local businesses, and those businesses need trusted financial partners. This is Brian Williams with the First National Bank of Denison, NMLS number 883000. Our commercial lenders help entrepreneurs launch new ideas, support businesses as they expand, and invest in projects that create jobs and strengthen our community. We understand the challenges that local businesses face and are committed to helping our community grow one business, one project, and one dream at a time. All loans are subject to credit approval. The First National Bank of Denison, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning for the future isn't just about documents, and at Bratton Law LLC, it's about peace of mind. With years of practical experience in estate planning, elder law, special needs planning, real estate, business, and guardianship, Bratton Law attorneys see firsthand how families end up in probate. They can help you protect your loved ones, preserve your assets, and give you control every step of the way. Plan today with confidence with Bratton Law LLC. Learn more online at BrattonLawCoshocton.com or call 740-202-9557.
Jeff Wallach LLC is a family-owned and operated company proudly serving greater Northeast Ohio and surrounding communities for over 25 years. We specialize in vinyl siding, replacement windows and doors, gutters, downspouts, and much more. We provide quality service regardless of the size or scope of the project. Our crews are reliable, respectful, and mindful of a safe work environment. Jeff Wallach LLC is certified by the Better Business Bureau. Call today and discover how we can assist you in making your vision a reality.
Cheer on the hometown team and bring home a favorite from your locally owned Domino's in Coshocton and Newcomerstown. Right now, mix and match any 2 or more favorites for just $6.99 each. Choose from a medium 2-topping pizza, oven-baked sandwiches, wings, bread bites, pasta, desserts, and more. Or grab a large 1-topping pizza for just $7.99, pickup only. For game night, family night, and anytime hunger hits, call Domino's in Coshocton at 740-622-9345 or Domino's in Newcomerstown at 740-498-4131. Domino's Pizza, locally owned and ready for game night.
Every day begins with purpose. Every job begins with precision. At Right Mark Roofing, we don't just install roofs. We build trust and forge relationships. We understand that your roof is more than just materials. It's protection. It's peace of mind. That's why we use high-quality products and expert craftsmanship. With a sharp focus, our team is always ready to hit the mark. Call Right Mark Roofing. Let's build a future that stands strong.
The Fraternal Order of Eagles is an international nonprofit organization uniting fraternally in the spirit of liberty, truth, justice, and equality to make human life more desirable by lessening its ills and promoting peace, prosperity, gladness, and hope. Locally, the Uhrichsville Eagles is a proud supporter of not only local school districts, but also local police and fire departments. To learn more about the Uhrichsville Eagles, they invite you to stop by and see how they are truly people helping people.
And welcome back to the First National Bank of Denison halftime show as Fort Frye takes the field. Ridgewood's been out here for a couple of minutes now getting their stretches in, and really, Kyle, run us through some keys to the second half.
I think the keys to the second half is Fort Frye needs to keep the momentum on their side. Obviously, if Ridgewood wants to get back in the football game, I think offensively they need to move the football. They had some success late in the second quarter of spreading Fort Frye out there, moving the football well until they had that fumble lost.
And really, with such a young team for Ridgewood this year, they can't come out down in the dumps just because you're down one score at half. They have to realize you're getting the ball back here, and really the first drive of the second half can really be a big momentum shift that they can go down and score.
I agree, and on the flip side of that, if they don't get what they want out of this first offensive series, it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back from that as well.
And when you look over at the Fort Frye side, I really think everything starts up front for them. Their O-line just has to be better. Ridgewood's doing a really good job of winning that line of scrimmage on first and second down. And really, I really think whoever is polling for Fort Frye, I think that's where it starts. Because pretty much every running play that they have at least one or two guys polling in motion there. And really, the Generals linebackers are doing a really good job of filling those holes.
I agree. I think one thing for Fort Frye to look for in the second half is more misdirections. They had a couple of plays earlier where they had some big gains where they had, linemen pulling one way, running back going the other way, trying to get Ridgewood off guard, and it seemed to work well for them. But they haven't gotten back to that, and I think the reason why is because most of the time they've been pretty backed up on the sticks.
And that's got to be one of the points of emphasis from Coach Huck to his offense. We can't be starting behind the line of scrimmage. We have to be able to start 3 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards in front of those chains on second down just so that you can have that momentum and be able to have that chance to get a First Federal Community Bank first down. Be able to get in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone, let alone get into the end zone if you're Fort Frye.
Yeah, I think a key for them is trying to get to the second level. Those linebackers for Ridgewood are playing pretty well right now. So for them to continue to be ahead in this football game, they need to be able to get to the second level to block those linebackers so that way they can move the football down the football field.
And just a reminder for everybody tuning in, please stick around for the Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show. We will be naming our McInturf Realty Player of the Game. It will be one player from Ridgewood, win or lose. So, and Kyle, back to what we were talking about earlier. If you're Coach John Slusser, what do you think he's telling his kids?
I think he's telling them, hey, we're not out of this football game. We just got to stay in it. It's only 13-7. One big play, and the momentum's back on our side. Really, I think he's firing up his guys. He's firing up his guys like he always does coming out of halftime. He's also making sure that they're not getting too worked up about being behind. This is a good football team in Ridgewood, I believe, and I feel like they can just bounce back if they truly are disciplined and put their heads to it.
And right before these two teams take the field again, we're also going to kick it back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio. Our score going into the second half, it is Fort Frye 13, Ridgewood 7. You are listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
Looking for something fresh and different in Coshocton? Check out Fat Bowls, locally owned and now open on Main Street. Fat Bowls serves fresh salads, classic and signature sandwiches, smoothie bowls made with freshly blended fruit, plus smoothies, house drinks, and more. It's a fresh new vibe for Coshocton, and they're proud to support our local teams and local sports. Stop by Fat Bowls at 531 Main Street in Coshocton and discover your new favorite.
Welcome back to Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports coverage of high school football as we get ready for the second half here on the Cartoons kickoff. It's going to be Grady Hess going to be lining this one up, and it's going to be, it looks like, Sean Beckelheimer and Logan Wentz. Glad to see he's back out there on the field after what looked to be an apparent injury back deep for the Generals. Hessen lining the ball up here on the 40-yard line. All we now have to wait for is an official's whistle here on the Cartoons kickoff.
It's going to be interesting to see what Fort Frye does to open in the second half, if they're going to kick it deep. I mean, Sean Beckelheimer, he's had some pretty good kickoff returns.
And there's a big gap here on this left-hand side by midfield. And Hessen lines it up, and it looks like it's going to be right back over to Beckelheimer. He's going to catch that around the 15-yard line, and another pretty decent return as he crosses the 20, and the ball is out. Ball is out at around the 32-yard line. We'll see who gets it. No signal yet. And it looks, and the Cadets come up with it. If you're the Ridgewood Generals, that is not the way you wanted to start the half.
Like I said, Bryce, the key to Ridgewood in the second half, they need to take care of the football, and that's now their third fumble.
And I believe that was number 21, Ethan Bucky, that came up with it as he sprints over to the sideline to celebrate with his teammates. And we do have an injured cadet down. As the trainers go look at him, we will step back into the Hartzler's Quality Housing mobile studio. With 11:54 left in the third quarter, our score is Fort Frye 13, Ridgewood 7. You're listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Welcome back to Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports coverage of high school football. As number 27, Parker Kern, big blow to the Cadets as he gets helped to the sideline, and he is not raising that right arm.
No, he looks to be in some serious pain, and if he's out for the rest of the football game, that's a big loss for Fort Frye.
The trainer is holding that right shoulder for him, so I wonder if that got popped out. We do hope that he is okay and he can return to this football game. But what a start for Fort Frye. Get a big turnover right off the gate on the kickoff, and now all momentum's with the Cadets.
I agree. I mean, I believe this is their first start on Ridgewood's side of the football field.
Besides that shank punt that they score on. 1st and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line. Wing T formation for Fort Frye. Motion right to left, and it's going to be a pitch out. Actually, it's a jet sweep out to the left.
Generals.
And a big hit by the Generals. Do we have to say it again?
4, Corey Belt on the play.
He's been all over the field, and that was Sam Bricker, who really hasn't been able to get anything going for the Cadets, gets stuck in the hole for a minimal gain.
I mean, great job by Ridgewood there. They stretched out the play to the sideline. They flowed to it, and Corey Belt laid the boom on that play.
And really, there was a flag down. There was a hold on that play. The Generals will accept that, and it will stay first down. Be 1st and 20, ball on the 43-yard line for the Cadets.
And Bryce, like I said earlier in the broadcast, key to Fort Frye is not getting behind the sticks, and right now it's a 1st and 20 situation for them.
1st and 20, ball on the 43-yard line. Wing T formation, receiver out left. Motion left to right, and there's that counter. And the ball is out! And it's still on the ground. Number 66 for Fort Frye, that is Xavier Springer, recovers it for the Cadets, and that is another big loss for the Cadets.
It looked like it appeared to be Richmond had 2 defenders in the area. They were right there, but Fort Frye, their lineman, he was able to recover it.
And really, it just looked like the running back for Fort Frye. That would be Gavin Rawl just didn't have the ball at all. Bad handoff there by the Cadets, and now they're backed up. 2nd and 23. Ball on the 46-yard line. Wing T formation, pistol formation for the Cadets. Looks like a power option there by Hessen. He's going to get swallowed up at the 45-yard line by a host of Generals.
And again, the first one there on the play was number 4, Corey Belt.
I feel like that's going to be a name that announcers are going to be saying all year long for the Generals. He has been everywhere.
He's having a great football game so far.
And that's not possible without the defensive ends and defensive tackles being able to free up space up front and be able to let him flow into the hole and make plays over and over again.
I mean, one thing you like to see at the linebacker position is flowing laterally on the field, and he's done a nice job at that so far.
3rd and 22. Wing T set again. Wide receiver out left. Motion right to left. Hessen throws a screen out to the left side. That's going to be Bricker, and he's going to get a decent chunk, but he's going to be forced out of bounds by, it looked like, number 6, Logan Wentz. And that was Nathan Lynch on the play. Wentz was there with him. And that's going to bring up a 4th and long on the 39-yard line. It's interesting to see if they're going to punt this football away with the field position, and it looks like they will. But again, you have a quarterback back at the punter situation here, always looking for fakes. You never know.
Looked like some confusion for Fort Frye getting their personnel in on punt team.
That typical week 1 fashion. Hessen gets the snap, punts it away, and it's a good one. It's a low liner, and that looks like it's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. The Generals will take over on the 20-yard line, and if you're Coach John Slusser, you cannot be more proud of your defense in that possession.
Honestly, great job by Ridgewood's defense. They lost the fumble. Ridgewood's defense made a great stand. Let's see if they can capitalize off that great defensive stand.
And just to note on that fumble earlier in that drive, Maverick Locker was right there. If he could stay on his feet, he could scoop that, and there would have been nobody near him.
Nope.
Interesting to see here. It looks like Wyatt Marlatt is going to be a quarterback. Nope, that is going to be Logan Wentz. Tolliver and Lockhart in the backfield. One receiver to the left. And the snap is going to be a little quarterback power by Wentz. He's going to get a couple. Number 5, Sam Bricker on the tackle. Also there was Goodman again, which he's been all over the field today.
I agree.
And really, Fort Frye's done a really good job of getting downhill on the football as well. I know we haven't talked about that enough, but really Fort Frye's been handling the time of possession in this football game. So it's good to see that Ridgewood gets their chance to run the clock a little bit and see what they can do with a long drive. 2nd and 8. Ball on the 22-yard line. The snap to Wentz, and he's got some room. A big run there to around the 36-yard line.
Great run by Logan Wentz. The Generals had some great blocking on the edge there that allowed him to spring forward for a nice first down.
That's a First Federal Community Bank first down for the Generals. And if you're the offense, that's exactly what you need. You just need to rack up first downs, get this defense tired, and try to expose their weaknesses. As Ridgewood comes out, one receiver on each side, 2 running backs in the backfield, the snap, and it looks like it's going to be
Logan Wentz again
with a read option. It looks like keeper for about 5 on the play.
It seems like Ridgewood is sticking with Logan Wentz for the past 3 run plays. He's got some great yardage.
Grayson Goodwin, the captain of this defense, making another tackle for the Cadets. 2nd and 5, ball on the 42-yard line. Ridgewood breaks the huddle.
Wyatt Marlatt back in at quarterback for the Generals.
1 receiver on each side. Split running backs on each side of Marlatt. The snap, and it's going to be a quarterback keeper again for another decent gain of about 2 or 3 yards for the Generals.
Looks like Ridgewood's going to be in a 3rd and short situation, about 3rd and 3, 3rd and I'd say 3rd and 3.
Interesting to see what Coach Chris Cabot chalks up here for a big 3rd down for the Generals. A whole host of Cadets in on that tackle. You can only imagine that Grayson Goodwin was in on that tackle. He's been everywhere all night. And a big 3rd down as AC/DC plays over the loudspeaker.
Ridgewood in shotgun formation. 2 backs in the backfield.
And the snap, it's going to go to Wentz, and he's going to power his way through for a big First Federal Community Bank first down for the Generals at around the 49-yard line.
And again, Ridgewood back with the quarterback keeper with Logan Wentz getting some nice yardage.
And that's kind of the offense that we've seen the past couple years for Ridgewood, that bend, don't break. They want 3 or 4 yards every play, and so far this drive, that's really about what they're getting.
Yeah, if you really want to take the momentum away from Fort Frye, this is a nice drive, a good time of possession killer.
1st and 10, ball on the 49. Pistol formation for the Generals. Snap to Marlatt, and he looks to throw, and he's got, it looks like Drake Angle out wide for another First Federal Community Bank first down.
And we got a flag down the football field. It'll be interesting to see. It looks like it's against the Fort Frye Cadets.
And the Generals are excited over on their sideline. Interested to see what this flag is.
I think it's going to be a targeting call, in my opinion.
And it's a personal foul on the Cadets. That'll be a 15-yard penalty at the end of the play.
Looked like targeting was the call on the field, Bryce. And again, Fort Frye, if you need to stay in this football game, you need to stay away from the penalties. And that was a big key penalty against them right there.
And you saw it earlier in the first half offensively. That was what was their drive killers with a big 1st and 10 here on the 23-yard line. Wentz takes the snap, and he gets up the middle into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone for a gain of about 5.
And again, Ridgewood sticking to what has gotten them yardage on this offensive possession. Logan Wentz with another quarterback keeper.
Grady Hessen on the tackle for the Cadets, making it all the way from that safety spot, coming downhill, making a big play for the Cadets. That could have been a really big run for Wentz.
We have about a 2nd and 5 situation for Ridgewood.
Ball's on the 18-yard line. Ridgewood breaks the huddle. Another dual running back scenario with receivers on each side. One receiver each side. The snap. And it looks like that's going to go to Lockard on the left-hand side, and he's got some room. He's inside the 10, and he's going to be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Great play by Ridgewood. I mean, this whole offensive possession, they've been keep with the quarterback. They hand it off to the running back. He goes outside for a nice gain.
And that's a great gain of about 12 to 13 yards and another First Federal Community Bank first down here in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone.
And Maverick Lockard appeared to be shaken up on a play. He's walking off
he's cramping. He's definitely cramping. Week 1, it's cooled down a little bit. Muscles get a little tight. 1st and goal for the Generals on the 8-yard line. Marlatt takes the snap. It looks like couldn't really see a number. That was Logan Wentz on the carry.
Again.
A good 3-yard gain. And it looked like Goodwin making another play for the Cadets.
Ridgewood's doing a really good job with their play calls this drive. They're looking for the read between the quarterback and the running back, so they're watching the second-level linebackers. If they flow outside, quarterback up the middle. If they stay inside, running back goes to the outside. Really great play call and great execution so far.
It looks like that wildcat formation again for Ridgewood here on 2nd and goal from the 5. Looks like Wentz is in the backfield. He's going to take the snap and try and power through for no gain.
Fort Frye did a great job of winning the line of scrimmage battle and tightening down the offensive line.
And I'm actually pretty shocked. You have this whole right-hand side, and yet they've been living up the middle of this drive besides that one play from Maverick Lockard here in this drive.
And again, Ridgewood is in the red zone. They've been here before. They haven't capitalized. We're going to see if they can actually capitalize this drive.
3rd and goal from the 5-yard line. It looks like they're coming back out in that wildcat formation. Stacked receivers on the right-hand side. Lone receiver on the left. And we're going to get a timeout from Ridgewood. That's going to be a Cush Financial timeout. We're going to take it with them with 3:18 left in the 3rd quarter. Our score remains Fort Frye 13, Ridgewood 7. You're listening to high school football from Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
Cush Financial Group has been proudly serving the community's financial needs for over 35 years. The team at Cush Financial follows an industry-leading service model with a unique approach and fiduciary responsibilities associated with their board-certified financial planner. With over 75 years of combined experience, the advisors at Cush Financial Group are here to help you achieve your financial goals. Contact their office at 330-308-8700 or visit their website at cushfinancial.com to see about scheduling your free consultation today. Securities and investment advisory services offered through Independence Capital Company Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC.
Don received the best care that I think he possibly could have. Don and I both really felt that they were part of our family and we were part of their family.
I feel.
Welcome back to Fort Frye High School as Ridgewood breaks the huddle. A big 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line from the Generals. AC/DC back on the loudspeaker and the Fort Frye crowd starting to get a little rowdy.
This is a big 3rd down.
And they're coming right back out in that Wildcat formation with Logan Wentz in the backfield taking the snap. And the snap, and it's a reverse to the outside. And he is in for the touchdown for the Generals.
Great execution by Ridgewood. They go down the whole field by Logan Wentz, and then they mix it up. They do a little misdirection. Honestly, great play calling by Chris Cabot.
And that looks like it's Christian Hortzman for the touchdown for the Generals. And that's, if you're Coach John Slusser or Coach Chris Cabot, you cannot draw up a better first possession for the second half if you're the Generals.
I agree, and this PAT attempt by James Smolder is a huge PAT.
Smolder looking to kick the PAT. The snap, hold is good. The kick is up. And it is good. With 3:09 left in the 3rd quarter, our score, Ridgewood 14, Fort Frye 13. You're listening to high school football on Big C Sports and Claxon Sports.
Don received the best care that I think he possibly could have. Don and I both really felt that they were part of our family and we were part of their family.
I feel like I'm seen or my kids are seen, and they generally want to hear what's wrong and they want to help however they can.
I want to be able to support an organization that's giving back to the community, that's part of my community. If that's a hospital, Coshocton Hospital is going to be my choice.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust the team at Grandview Exterior Systems. Established in 2016, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing, handling everything from repairs and replacements to full restorations and ongoing maintenance. At Grandview Exterior Systems, their mission is simple: create peace of mind for every client while setting the standard for safety, quality, and efficiency in construction. Visit them at 2230 Township Road 415 in Dundee. Call 330-275-1807 or learn more at GrandviewExteriorSystems.com. Grandview Exterior Systems. They have you and your roof covered.
Welcome back to high school football here at Fort Frye. Here for the Cartoons kickoff. Smolder getting ready to kick off for the Generals after that 80-yard drive that got capped off by a Christian Hortzman touchdown from 5 yards out. Smolder ready, and the kick is away. Low dribbler, and it's on the ground, fielded by the Cadets. And a pretty good return for the Cadets. A big hit by the Generals at around the 28-yard line. Ridgewood's trying to say that the ball was out, but it looks like they're going to call him down. It looked from up here that the ball was out, and it looks like we have an injured cadet down on the field. And it looks like just another cramp. We'll keep it right here. And if you're the Generals, that's the kind of kickoff coverage that you need in a game like this.
Like I said, Bryce, the momentum is a key part of this football game. And with that long time of possession and touchdown drive, that kickoff and ending with a big hit, I feel like the momentum right now is on Ridgewood's side, which is a good thing for the Generals.
And really the big key to keep that momentum is up front on this defensive end. They've really been playing lights out all game, letting their linebackers flow. I'm interested to see if there's a possible play action pass to start this possession to catch Ridgewood off guard.
You know, if I'm Coach Huck for the Fort Frye Cadets, I'm looking to catch Ridgewood off guard, trying to steal the momentum back on the Cadets side. They've done play action passes great so far in this game, so I could see them leaning more towards back that direction.
And that was number 4, Clayton Tullius, that was injured on the play. It looked like just a cramp. He got up on his own power. He's got a water bottle in his hand walking around. We assume that he will be in the next couple plays. But until then, it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 27-yard line for the Cadets. Looks like they're going to be lining up wing T formation, wide receiver to the right-hand side, tight end to the left. Hessen under center. Motion man left to right. And they're going to give it out to the fullback who really gets stuck right in the hole.
Again, by number 4, Corey Belt.
Belt has been everywhere today.
A fullback belly up the middle by the Cadets, and Corey Belt was there filling the hole as a backside linebacker and making a great play.
And Ethan Bucky had nowhere to go. He gets a gain of around 3, but really it felt like he got hit behind the line. 2nd and 7, ball on the 30-yard line for the Cadets. Another wing T formation, no receivers, double tight end set. Actually, double wing set on the left-hand side, motion right to left, and it's going to be a tossy outside. And Maverick Locker gets the edge, frees up number 3, Drake Angle, to make a play.
And again, Ridgewood's doing a great job of flowing to the football there. They had a host of generals ready to make a play if Drake Angle wasn't there.
And that's a play of no gain there for Fort Frye. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 7 from the 30-yard line here with about 2 minutes left to go in the third. And really, this is the true money down if you're Ridgewood. You need to get the ball back, try to go score again, and keep the momentum on your side.
You know, Bryce, if I'm Ridgewood General Defense, I'm thinking for a play action right now.
Empty backfield, trips to the right. Hessen drops back to pass, looks downfield, hits as he throws, and a great pass there, and a great breakup by number 3, Drake Angle.
And it looked like the Fort Frye cadet is down on the field. I mean, he came up off his feet to make the catch, and Drake Angle just came underneath and took his feet out from under him. He landed on his back and on his head, but he's up and okay.
That is Clayton Tullius again, who just got injured on that kickoff. Glad to see that he is up and okay, and it looks like the Cadets are going to have to punt.
And again, Bryce, great defensive stand by the Generals.
And it looks like Ridgewood has come to play here in the second half, laying out big hits, long drives, scoring points, and getting the ball back here with 1:40 left in the third quarter.
And again, if you're on punt team right here, you need to expect maybe a trick play or something.
Hessen back to punt. The snap is good. The kick's away.
Maverick Lockard
gets it at the 35. And he breaks one tackle when he gets down to about the 45-yard line where he's tackled by a host of Cadets.
So, Bryce, what are you looking to see out of Ridgewood's offense here in this drive?
Really, it all starts up front, man. They did a really good job in that first drive of commanding that line of scrimmage. I wouldn't be shocked to see Coach Cabot starting out with a play-action pass, being able to run on the edge, open up the middle of the field for his generals.
Or do you think he's going to go back to chewing up the clock, quarterback runs up the middle, 3 to 4 yards of play?
I could see that, but with it still being in the third quarter, if you know Coach Chris Cabot, he likes to be aggressive in these situations, only being up 1 point. He knows that 1 point's not going to cut it in this game as the generals line up. It looks like Wentz is going to take the snap, and he breaks one tackle, and he gets across midfield, and he's going to be brought down at the 49-yard line.
And again, another quarterback keeper by Logan Wentz. I believe that they're doing a great job of reading the linebackers and seeing which way they flow, whether to hand it off or to keep it.
And really, it's a really good job on the center guard double teams on those tackles, freeing up space for the runners to be able to go to the A or the B gap.
Yeah, we're talking about Logan Wentz, and right now this offensive line is the reason why he's getting that yardage right now.
2nd and 5, ball on the 49. 2 running back set. Receiver each side, the snap to Wentz, and it's going to be a jet sweep to the outside of that. Goes absolutely nowhere. That was actually Wentz. That was Marlette back in a quarterback, and that's going to be a 3rd and 5 for the general. And Grayson Goodwin, that's got to be tackle 10 or 11 today.
He's been everywhere on the field, it seems like. And again, another key big third down in this football game. We got 24 seconds left on the play clock and rolling, so it's going to be, it looks like Ridgewood's going to have to snap this football before the end of the quarter.
A big third down here if you're the Cadets. Try to get that football back to start the fourth quarter. Empty set for the Generals. One wing to the right, trips right with one receiver to the left. Marlatt drops back the pass, rolls right, looking downfield. It looks like he's just going to take off with it. And a great run by Marlatt to the 40-yard line.
And a big hit by number 7.
There is a flag down at around the 45-yard line. I think this is going to be a hold on number 3. And that's going to probably be on Drake Angle there on the edge. He did throw the corner straight into the sideline. And that's a heartbreaker if you're the Generals.
And it looks like we have
We have a cramp.
Another cramp.
And
Again,
that looks like, is that Wyatt Marlatt down there?
whoever ran the football.
It looks like that is quarterback Wyatt Marlatt that is cramping down here on the sidelines. And if you're Coach John Slusser, it's one of those things where now you have to really think about what play call you're going to run, because you're going to have about a 3rd and 15, and you have to be able to try and at least get close to the sticks.
I agree. This is going to be a very interesting play call to see what they do. Wyatt Marlatt is still down on Fort Frye sideline. Coach Chris Cabot and Coach John Slusser are over here looking at him.
And with that, we're going to take this back to the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. At the end of the third quarter, our score is Ridgewood 14, Fort Frye 13. You're listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
Altman Health System has been caring for our community for over 130 years. This includes 24/7 emergency services, heart care, surgery, orthopedics, radiology, cancer care, and more. We serve 7 counties with community locations, including Altman Hospital, Altman Alliance Community Hospital, Altman Maslin, Altman Orville Hospital, Altman Tuscaroras Regional Health, and more. Altman Health System. Today, tomorrow, and always. We're here for you.
Welcome back to Fort Frye High School here in Beverly, as a Fort Frye head coach is actually coming out to say that it was the end of the quarter. We never flipped the field.
That's true, Bryce. But here's the thing.
Also, that hold was offsetting, so we will play the down. It is 3rd and 8.
I think that's why he's having a discussion right now. It
shouldn't be an untimed down. It's not the end of the half, so they should just go straight into that fourth quarter and flip the field.
It's going to be interesting to see what the officials say.
Long conversation here on the close sideline by us. Which it's week 1. Even the refs need a little tune-up, so they don't.
Whatever this conversation seems to be, it seems like the Fort Frye coach is visibly upset.
There will be one untimed down before the fourth quarter.
So we got about a 3rd and 9 situation. Looks like Drake Angle is in. At quarterback, we have a sidecar backfield.
Wyatt Marlatt did get up under his own power. And the snap to Angle. He drops back to pass. He's got a man, he just overshoots him. And he did have a man right in the middle of the field wide open. That would have been number 14, Andrew Kinsey. There wasn't anybody except for a referee by him. And now that's going to be the end of the third quarter. So at the end of 3, our score is Ridgewood 14, Fort Frye 13. We'll be right back with the fourth quarter right here on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
I've spent most of my life right here in the Coshocton area, playing sports, coaching, and watching families and businesses in our community grow. I'm Robbie Chandler with the Albertson Lawrence Agency. When it comes to protecting your home, your car, and the people you love, I don't believe in a one-size-fits-all policy. We're independent, so I can compare coverages from numerous companies and find an option that fits best for you. Don't just renew your insurance, let me take a look. Call me at 740-622-0572. That's 740-622-0572. I'm Robbie Chandler with the Albertson Lawrence Agency right here in Coshocton.
We invite you to discover Keim Home Center in Charm, Ohio. Keim is your destination for all things home, building, and woodworking. From renovation and building projects to custom millwork needs, our team of experts work with both homeowners and professionals to bring your vision to life. Visit Keim Home Center in Charm or online at keimhome.com. Keim, built on trust since 1911.
Welcome back to Fort Frye High School here in Beverly as we just got back from the Hartzler's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. It's going to be a 4th and 9 for the Generals, and honestly, if I'm Fort Frye here, Kyle, you just want to get the ball back and be able to get a drive together.
I agree, Bryce. They had a nice stop on defense and see if they can get the ball back and capitalize on a.
Marlatt is back in the game, and it's actually a fake, and he's got a man. And it's incomplete off the fingertips. That's going to be a turnover on downs as Marlatt it looked like he took a big hit right when he threw.
I mean, Bryce, if he completes that football, he's off to the races. You know, Coach John Slusser, this is definitely something that was expected by us.
That looked like Logan Wentz possibly out there trying to make that diving catch. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That is Bryce Tolliver that was had that catch. And really, if it was just a smidge off of it,
I think we'd be talking touchdown.
In stride, there would have been no one around him.
Yeah, I was thinking touchdown if we really caught that one.
Great call by Coach John Slusser. It just didn't work. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line for Fort Frye. Wing T set, no receivers, motion right to left, and it's going to be that wing back dive. And they got a little bit of room. They're going to get about a 7 or 8 yard gain. Sam Bricker with another good run for the Cadets.
And they're on the 38-yard line in Generals territory.
It's going to bring up a 2nd and 2 for the Cadets, and not the start you wanted for the Generals. But hey, if you're Fort Frye, you can't be happier than 8 yards on 1st down.
I agree, Bryce. Fourth quarter is very important.
2nd and 2, ball on the 38, wing T set up, receiver right, tight end left for the Cadets, motion left to right.
Play action pass.
Hessen steps back. He looks deep for Tolius. And a great job by Kinsey. Breaks up the pass and possibly stops a touchdown for the Cadets.
Great job by Andrew Kinsey staying back, not biting up on the play fake, staying back and doing his job.
And that's something that we've seen over the years. Really, Coach Jason Laney's done a really good job with their secondary over the years, being able to cover those deep passes and staying in coverage with their man.
Yeah, I mean, textbook execution, nice disciplined play by Andrew Kinsey. If he doesn't deflect that pass and stay back, it's an easy touchdown.
Now, if you're the Generals here, 3rd and 2 here on the 38, you have to be watching the ball as they show up again on the wing T-set. No receivers, tight end on each side, motion left to right, and they did get him to jump. That's going to be a free 1st down, brought to you by the First Federal Community Bank. And you just know Coach Slusser is boiling on that sideline after that.
Yes, I would have to agree with that one, Bryce.
And those are the things that you see here at week 1, just stuff you have to clean up later in the year. But, hey, that's why we play the game, Kyle.
You're right.
1st and 10, ball on the 33-yard line, wing T set, double tight ends, no receivers. Motion man right to left. That's going to be a handoff back to Bricker. Bricker crosses the 30, gets around the 29-yard line for about a 5-yard gain. Looks like they're going to count it a 6-yard gain.
Couldn't see who got the tackle on that play. There was a lot of Generals in there.
And we can't feel bad. I don't think the announcer could see it either. Just a whole sea of Generals on the play.
You would like to see that more towards the beginning of the line of scrimmage, though, Bryce.
2nd and 6, ball on the 29-yard line with 10:43 left to go. Wing T set, double tight end, motion right to left. And there's that misdirection counter. And Rao breaks free, and he crosses the 1st down marker down to the 22-yard line, and that will be a First Federal Community Bank 1st down for the Cadets.
It looked like Wyatt Marlatt in there on the tackle for the Generals.
That was a really good job there by the guards for the Fort Frye Cadets, really moving that line of scrimmage.
And again, some nice misdirection by Fort Frye, getting the Ridgewood defense out of position.
1st and 10, ball on the 22-yard line. Wing T formation, double tight end set. Motion right to left. Fullback dive up the middle, and it's going to be stopped right at the 20-yard line. And number 8 Bryce Tolliver makes a nice play for the Generals for a gain of 2. Bringing him into the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone at the 20-yard line with 10 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter.
And if you're Fort Frye, you got to be happy with your offense right now, just slowly moving the football down the field.
Wing T set, double tight end, motion right to left again. And it's interesting, and it's going to be offsides on the Generals as a flag flies. They got him with the hard count yet again. And a free 5 yards goes to the Cadets. It's going to be 2nd and 3 from the 15-yard line.
And Bryce, like we were talking before this football game, a key to this football game is not having penalties when it matters most.
And they didn't have any in the first half. They have 3 quick ones here to start the second half here with about 9:30 left in the fourth. Wing T set with 2 tight ends. Motion right to left, and that's that wing back dive. And it looks like Bricker again. And it looks like that was Belt once again getting in there for the tackle after a gain of about 2. It's going to bring a 2nd and 3 for the Cadets. Or, I'm sorry, 3rd and 3 for the Cadets. Really, it's looking more like 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1.
And Bryce, if you're Ridgewood's defense, you're expecting the hard count. I think also a counter play. The wingback dive they've been doing really well with on this drive as well.
Wing T formation, double tight end set. And they got him to jump yet again, and you know that Coach Slusser is not happy.
And that is the 3rd offsides on the Generals just this drive.
And that's actually only the 3rd of the whole game for the Generals. They had 1 penalty on their offensive drive that was offsetted by a defensive penalty as well. So 3 penalties for 15 yards here just inside the 30-yard line. Now we have a 1st and goal from the 7 in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone. Wing T set, double tight end, motion right to left. Pitch out to the left side. They actually fooled me. I thought the fullback got a pitch on the whole other side.
Great misdirection. I was looking down the field here as well. It looks like they get down to about the 4-yard line.
And really, they're telling Sam Bricker, hey, we're going to give you the football. Carry us down the field right now.
Again, Fort Frye's doing a nice job. They're not really getting a whole lot of yardage on their plays. They're just slowly marching down the field. If you're Fort Frye, again, this is a great drive.
2nd and 5. Ball on the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal, I should say. Wing T set, double tight ends. Motion right to left again. They're going to give it back to Bricker. He's going to get stuck right in the hole by the Generals.
Look like
Belt again.
Number 4, Corey Belt again with the tackle.
Him and Goodwin has been everywhere today for each respective side.
And it seems like Fort Frye in this drive is leaning heavily on the wing-back motion, coming back around and diving up the middle.
Going to be a big 3rd and goal from the 5-yard line from the Cadets.
Now, if you're – sorry, go ahead, Bryce.
Interesting to see if they stick with that dual tight end wing T look, or if they try and spread one out, trying to confuse the Generals. And it looks like they're going to go with that double tight end set again with that wing T. This motion right
quarterback
to left,
keeper.
And a great push, and he is in. He sneaks his way in through the hole. Touchdown, Cadets. Hessen with a 5-yard QB sneak, and he actually walked right into the end zone. He found a little hole, snuck his way in, and now the Cadets have taken the lead. And if you're Ridgewood, you look at that clock, you have to tell yourself, we have plenty of time to get ourselves back in this game. With the field goal, it looks like they might go for 2 here to make it a 7-point game. If I was Fort Frye, I would
definitely go for a 2-point conversion.
And it looks like they are. They are huddled up at around the 10-yard line right now.
It's going to be interesting to see what play Fort Frye comes out with.
And if you're the Generals, you have to think this is either going to be Hessen or it's going to be Bricker. Dual tight end look again in the wing T for the Cadets.
Expect boot.
Motion man right to left and right.
Boot.
And there's that boot to the right-hand side. The throw is incomplete. And if you're the Generals, that is a huge play.
I mean, Ridgewood did a nice job of defending. I imagine that they game planned for that in a short yard situation. If you're a wing T offense, you're looking for a boot because you're thinking it's a run. but play action pass, Ridgewood defended it well.
And then we're going to kick it back to Hartshurst Quality Housing Mobile Studio with 7:12 left to go in the fourth quarter. Our score is now Fort Frye 19, Ridgewood 14. You're listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
When you think pizza, think Amici's Pizza, with locations in West Lafayette and Janaden Hutton to serve you. Amici's Pizza offers you your favorite traditional pizzas, as well as specialty pizzas, subs, wings, and salads. Everything from the dough to the sauce is made fresh daily. Try one today in West Lafayette or Janaden Hutton. Big city taste for a small city price. Learn about their daily specials and more. Find Amici's on Facebook.
When it comes to protecting what matters most, trust the team at Grandview Exterior Systems. Established in 2016, they specialize in commercial, industrial, and residential roofing, handling everything from repairs and replacements to full restorations and ongoing maintenance. At Grandview Exterior Systems, their mission is simple: create peace of mind for every client while setting the standard for safety, quality, and efficiency in construction. Visit them at 2230 Township Road 415 in Dundee. Call 330-275-1807 or learn more at GrandviewExteriorSystems.com. Grandview Exterior Systems. They have you and your roof covered.
Welcome back to Fort Frye High School as we get ready for the Cartoons kickoff, and actually looking at some scores around the area. Indian Valley is leading Green 30-6 with about 5 minutes left in the third quarter, and Louisville is leading New Philadelphia 17-7 in the fourth. As Hessing kicks it deep to Maverick Locker, who gets it around the 17-yard line looking for a hole. And he looked to bounce it out, and he had green grass on the outside, but a great job by the Cadets to haul him in and take him down.
Ridgewood taking possession at the 27-yard line. And again, if you're Ridgewood, you're looking to just keep the ball. The time of possession is big right now if you're the Generals. You want to have a nice, slow, methodical drive that you can eat up the clock.
And also looking at another score around the area, Claymont is up big on Harrison Central, 43-0. As Ridgewood takes the field yet again. That looks like Marlatt in the shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back to pass. He's looking downfield, and it looks like a screen to the left-hand side to Logan Wentz, who makes about 3 men miss and gets a gain of about 7 yards, and the ball is out.
The ball is out again. Ridgewood recovers.
They gain of 8 on the play, it looks like, and a whole slew of Cadets again running to the football. That's something we've been seeing from both sides. Feels like every play that we've seen tonight, Kyle, there's been about 5 or 6 helmets to the football.
Great job by Fort Frye. They seen the screen. They recovered well. Logan Wentz had to make a move on the inside. Got some yardage. Had to shed some tacklers.
Marlatt in the shotgun. 2 running backs, and he's going to take the draw. Looks like he might be close to a first down, depending on the spot.
Looks like a hair short from what the officials are spotting the football, so it'll bring up a third and very, very short.
And if I'm Coach Slesser, I might be like, hey, can we measure this? Because that is very, very close from being a First Federal Community Bank first down.
And it looks like they are going to take an official timeout.
This would be a big third down if it upholds for Fort Frye. But it looks like they will bring the chains out.
We have 5 minutes and 52 seconds left in the game. Ridgewood has 2 timeouts. Fort Frye has 3. The officials are stretching out the change as we speak.
As we wait for them just to pull that chain tight to see if we have a first down or not. I honestly think it might be a little short. And it's very, very close. And it is short by about 3 inches.
This is a big third down.
I'm
for
interested
Ridgewood.
to see if Coach John Slesser brings out his own wing tee or if they stick with that wildcat running formation that they ran in the third quarter.
I mean, they've been very successful with that quarterback power out of the Wildcat. But if you're Fort Frye, you see that formation, you ought to know it's coming. But it doesn't matter. We have a half a yard. It's who wants it more.
Wentz back in at quarterback. 2 running backs in the backfield. And there's that read option. And Wentz gets the first down, and he fights through for extra. Looked like the ball might have popped out again.
But the referees are
he
signaling
was down. And that's been the biggest concern for Ridgewood so far in the second half. They've put the ball on the ground quite a bit on the offensive side, but that will be a First Federal Community Bank first down. And again, we would like to thank Right Mark Roofing, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Altman Health Centers, the Kime Company for sponsoring here today for today's video or broadcast. 1st and 10, ball in the 38. Looks like Marlatt hands it off to Locker, and he's going nowhere on the edge. Big hit there by number 2, Grady Hessen on the edge behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job by Fort Frye flowing to the football, making a play. We have 5 minutes and counting on the game clock, so it's going to be interesting to see if Ridgewood can keep the ball and how much time they're going to chew off the clock if they do progress down the football field.
Marlatt back in at quarterback. Pistol formation, 1 receiver to each side. The snap, quick throw. It drops incomplete, intended for Drake Angle. It looked like he had a lot of green grass ahead of him if he could make the play, and now he's slow to get up.
It looks like a cramp. We also have a Fort Frye player down the field with,
that looks like
with a cramp as well.
4, Clayton Tullius, who's been taking a beating all game.
Both get up on their own power.
That's going to break up a big third down for the Generals.
So now we got a huge third down, Bryce. I mean, if you're the Generals, are you looking to try and hit a pass play and get it all back? Are you looking for a 4 to 5 yard run to see what you need on 4th down? How do you approach this?
I think you have to throw the football, but you can't be afraid to take what the defense is giving you. We're at 4:36 left in the game. You have to be able to convert any conversion and get a first down any way that you can.
If I'm Chris Cabot, I'm thinking that Fort Frye is going to try and play the pass, so it'd be much safer to get the run to see how much you can get and shrink that down in distance, in my opinion.
Looks like Marlatt in the shotgun set.
This will bring up a 3rd down Generals.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Motion man, he drops back to pass, and it looks like a screen, a little middle screen, and it's gobbled up.
Great job by number 27 from the Fort Frye Cadets.
That's Parker Kern. He did come down with that shoulder injury earlier. It's great to see him come back, and he's making a big impact for the Cadets.
Made a giant play for Fort Frye.
And this brings back that last possession. You might not be in this situation if you can convert on that fake punt. And now Fort Frye, they're giving you no choice. You got to go for it.
It's just reached under 4 minutes on the play clock, so we're about at 3:50 and the clock is rolling. So it's interesting to see. We have 10 minutes left on the game clock, or 10 minutes left on the play clock. It looks like Ridgewood's either going to go for it or call a timeout and convene on the sidelines.
Trips left.
It looks like Ridgewood will take a timeout.
Flag on the play.
With about a second left on the play clock.
And it looks like the back judge was getting ready to call a delay of game, and instead we get a Cush Financial timeout. We'll take it with them with 3:40 left. Our score remains Fort Frye 19, Ridgewood 14. You're listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
Great care is closer than you think at Coshocton Regional Medical Center.
I find it really rewarding to work here because I know that the care I provide will directly impact this community.
It gives me a great sense of pride to be able to give back that health care that I got while I was a patient here.
When the people come in, we know them by name, and that means so much to a patient when we can connect with them, and I know that they know they're loved.
Care for our community starts at Coshocton Regional Medical Center, where care matters most.
do or die time for the Generals here in Beverly at Fort Frye High School, as they're going to be having a 4th and 9 with only one timeout left with 3:40 left to go. And really, if you're Coach Chris Cabot, you really have to draw up something special for this play.
I believe this is the football game. If Ridgewood converts, if they don't, I believe this is the football game.
Trips left formation. Marlatt in the shotgun. Looks like
empty formation now.
Empty now. Quads left. The snap. He drops back to pass.
Great protection.
He's got Lockhart over the middle.
Pass interference on the play. That is huge, huge.
The fan kind of came out of Kyle right there, so we do apologize for that. But a big, big penalty for the Generals, as they are going to have a first down with 3:35 to go after that 15-yard pass interference. And really, it was a penalty that didn't have to be made. The ball was behind Lockhart, and I don't understand why they pulled him. It's interesting to see if they call this holding or if they call this pass interference. Either way, it should be an automatic first down for the Generals.
It's going to be interesting to see what the officials
As
say.
the official walks over, getting ready to make the call. Personal foul. I don't really understand where the personal foul is there. I think it should either be a pass interference or a hold on the defense.
Yeah,
and that's what they just changed it to, a pass interference.
Okay. That made sense.
Again, it's week 1. Referees need reps too, just like these kids do.
So we have 3 minutes and 35 seconds left on the game clock.
Trips left for the Generals. Now motion over to quads left. Marlatt in the shotgun. He steps back to pass, looking downfield, and he's going to run. And it looks like Ridgewood just got away with the hold out, and there go the yellow flags down, and that one's coming back for the Generals. That one was about as blatant as it could get. And you just know Coach Chad Laney is not happy about that call for his Generals.
You know, again, it's late in the game. Emotions are heightened right now. So both teams need to play
and just
disciplined football.
To show how big this football game is, we have coaches right here beside us. They're just pacing. They're into it. They understand how important this first game of the year is for them, playing a regional rival, I should say, for tonight. As Ridgewood lines up with that pistol look, 2 receivers, 1 on each side. The snap to Logan Wentz, and he's got a great run there by Wentz, getting a good 7 or 8 yards. With about 3 minutes left here to go, and if you're Ridgewood, you have 1 timeout. You have plenty of time to get about 49 yards.
Yeah, if I'm Ridgewood, I'm definitely not panicking right now, but I also want to make sure that we're getting the plays in and running to the line of scrimmage and getting the ball.
About 2nd and 14, ball on Fort Frye's 49-yard line.
We have an empty look.
And it looks like a little bunch look to the right-hand side. Motion out left. Play clock down to 6. Snap over to Wyatt Marlatt, and he flips it back.
Trick play by Ridgewood.
Trick play by Ridgewood, and the ball is up, and it is incomplete. And there's a flag down.
Looks to be pass interference.
I'm be honest with you, Kyle.
Or offensive pass interference, you think?
If you're Ridgewood, you'll take that call, but I don't.
This could go either way, I think.
And the Fort Frye crowd and the Ridgewood crowd are making noise on each side, not happy with what the officials are doing. We'll see what the call is.
It'll be on Fort Frye.
That's going to be an automatic first down, and the Fort Frye fans here are not happy about it with 2:34 left to go in the game.
Ridgewood has 2 minutes and 34 seconds left. 1 timeout. The play clock has stopped. Ridgewood is on the 35-yard line of Fort Frye.
In their Wildcat set, Wentz takes the snap, runs right. He has an edge, it looks like, and he gets swallowed up after he gets to the edge.
Gets about 5 yards on the play.
A great gain to start out, 4 or 5 yards. A host of Fort Frye Cadets on the play. Getting close to 2 minutes and counting, about 2:15 left. It's going to be about a 2nd and 6.
Ball looks to be on the 31-yard line.
Marlatt back in at quarterback with a running back on each side and a receiver on each side. Marlatt, play action, drops back, looks towards the sideline, and almost intercepted.
A great play by number 2 from the Fort Frye Cadets.
That's that quarterback, Grady Hessen. He's been everywhere.
He's been
on
everywhere,
both sides
Bryce.
of the ball.
Now we're at a minute 56 on the game clock.
And we
Third down and 7.
We have Coach Todd Cabot right behind us. He's telling the coaches, hey, we have plenty of time. Let's slow down. No need to rush here. The clock is stopped.
Big third down play for the Ridgewood Generals.
3rd and 7. Ball on the 31-yard line. Dual running backs again. Marlatt, play action, drops back. He looks like he's taking a shot to the sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. And here you go, Kyle. Here is your game. 4th and 7 from the 31-yard line with 1:50 to go. Ridgewood does have 1 timeout remaining. But if you're Coach Slusser, it's do or die time for the Generals.
Yeah, do you take a timeout and convene and try to draw up a play, or do you trust your gut and have that play ready in your mind that you think is going to work?
You have to think with the scouting report that they knew that a play like this could happen. So I'm interested to see what they have drawn up. As we have trips left, empty backfield.
Looks like they're going man on the defensive side.
Marlatt drops back to pass, looking downfield, and he's going to... And a big hit it. Incomplete. Flag
We
down.
have a flag down.
Have a late flag in the secondary. It looks like Ridgewood might get a first down.
And I would say if the flag is on Fort Frye, the reason why...
We have an injured general down, and I think that is Maverick Locker.
I think so.
He took a big lick on that play.
And if it is a flag, it would be because there's a new high school football rule where if the offensive player is not looking, you aren't allowed to hit as hard as he did.
And we even see that in the college game the last couple of years.
Yep.
So we do hope that he is okay. But until then, we will kick it back to the Hartzer's Quality Housing Mobile Studio. With 1:44 left, our score is Fort Frye 19, Ridgewood 14. You're listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
At First Federal Community Bank, we know strong communities are built through teamwork, dedication, and people who care, both on the field and off. I'm Carly Henry, Financial Center Manager at First Fed. As a locally owned bank, we're proud to support the communities we serve and help our neighbors work toward their financial goals. From everyday banking to planning for the future, our team is ready to help. First Federal Community Bank, empowering the financial well-being of our community, one person at a time. Visit firstfed.com, member FDIC.
A strong community just doesn't happen. It's built by businesses that show up and keep showing up. Johnson's Plumbing and Heating has been doing just that in Coshocton since 1955. From heating and air conditioning to plumbing, refrigeration, boilers, gas piping, and commercial mechanical services, Johnson's has the experience to keep homes and businesses running right. And they're proud to support the young people and local teams that make our community strong. Johnson's Plumbing and Heating in Coshocton. Call 740-622-4438.
Welcome back to Fort Frye High School, as that is a personal foul. 1st and 10. And it's going to be, it looks like a snap over to Wentz, and it's going to get called back for a hold.
We have a holding call.
He did score.
So if this penalty holds up, it would back Ridgewood up to the 25-yard line with about a minute 36 seconds left.
They were in the Jeff Wallach LLC red zone, and they had the hole. Just a little hold on the edge was going to bring this one back, and it was pretty blatant.
It was. I could see it up here, and I'm a country mile away. So Ridgewood is backed up. Looks to be on about the 25-yard line.
1st and 20 on the 27. It looks like is where they spotted. At least that's what the scoreboard says.
Ridgewood coming out an empty set.
Ridgewood looks confused on their setup because they ended up with 12 men on the field. Trips left.
Now they only have 10 men on the field.
Yeah, they're down a man. And Marlatt throws it deep, and it's going to be
caught! Touchdown by Ridgewood!
What a play by Marlatt!
What a play, and what a catch.
That's going to be number 23, Maverick Locker.
Number 23, Maverick Locker.
What a game he has had tonight.
He looked one way, turned his shoulder, and had to readjust to make that catch. What a great catch by Maverick Lockard. But there is a penalty.
There is a flag, and it's going to be a false start on the Generals. It's going to be a legal formation, and that's going to come back. And that's most likely because they only had 10 guys on the field.
Yep, like I said, 10 guys.
So they didn't have enough people on the line of scrimmage. They only had one guy on the right-hand side, and it looked like Maverick was off the line of scrimmage. So it looks like that is the reason for this. And that's a game changer. With only 1:28 left, they were getting ready to take the lead, and now they got to go 1st and 25 from the 32-yard line.
It's going to be interesting to see what Chris Cabot comes out of, see what he calls for plays here with a 1:28 left.
1st and 25 from the 32-yard line.
Marlatt in an empty formation.
3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Marlatt drops back to pass. He's looking downfield, and he just throws it away. Incomplete pass. And the Fort Frye bench is looking for an intentional grounding, and it looks like they're not going to get it. It's going to be 2nd and 25 with 1:23 left. Fort Frye leads 19-14. And if you're the Generals, it is do or die time now. Still 1 timeout left. But really, you need to get a big chunk right here on 2nd and 25.
Yeah, if you're Ridgewood, you just need to slow down and relax and try to get the correct play and execute.
7 seconds on the play clock. Marlatt, empty formation. The snap. Marlatt drops back. Steps up in the pocket, and he's going to take off. He's across the 20-yard line and dropped down at around the 19.
And about 1:12 left on the game clock.
And that looked like Bricker again on the tackle for the Cadets.
And timeout Ridgewood.
That will be their last timeout. And we're going to take it back to the Hartzler's Housing Mobile Studio. With 1:11 left in the 4th quarter, our score is Fort Frye 19, Ridgewood 14. You're listening to high school football on Big C Sports and Claxon Sports.
Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has just what you're looking for, so your athlete has the best gear for the sports they play. Dumont's has a large apparel selection and can handle your customized screen printing as well as embroidery for your team or business. For sporting goods and for all your apparel needs, Dumont Sporting Goods in Dover and Canton has everything you want to play and look your best.
Welcome back to Fort Frye High School, and we were actually just talking to assistant coach Todd Cabot, and he just said these are the games that we love. We'll take this over any blowout any day, a chance to be able to win the game in the last minute. And that's what you love to see, as it is 3rd down and 13, ball on the 20-yard line.
We're going to see what Ridgewood has in their pocket.
Marlatt in the shotgun. Wentz motions out to the right, trips left. Marlatt steps back, steps up in the pocket, and he throws it incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th down and 13. And this, for right here, Kyle, is the game.
This is the game.
But, hey, if you're Ridgewood, you have to realize you still have plenty of time.
Yes.
You can get a 1st down. You don't necessarily have to score here. There's 1:05 left. You're going to have an extra 40 seconds on that play clock.
Yes,
so you have plenty of time.
If they're trying to get a 1st down here, it's going to be about 13 yards to go for a 1st down.
4th and 13 on the 20. Marlatt, empty backfield. Tolliver motions out to the right. Trips left. Marlatt, back to pass. He's looking downfield. And that is incomplete. And he had a wide open right-hand side just to take off, and he decides to try to put it in one of his playmakers' hands, and that's most likely going to do it here in Beverly. 57 seconds left. Ridgewood has no timeouts left, and that's really just a heartbreaker for the Generals.
You know, Bryce, this game, it's a great game. Great game, great atmosphere. This seems like a Week 11, Week 12.
And it still could be. These guys are in the same region, and honestly, Kyle, what other kind of game do you want for Week 1? What a game that we've had tonight.
It couldn't get any better than this game.
As Grady Hessen lines up to take the knee with 57 seconds left, and he does. The clock will just tick. Ridgewood cannot stop it. They're going to have to run one more play as there's 35 seconds on the play clock and about 45 left on the game clock. And we would, as we have a little bit of downtime here as they're just taking the knee, we'd like to give a big shout out to our producer tonight, Owen Garabrandt. Really, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be able to do this tonight. So thank you, Owen, for everything that you did tonight as Hessen gets ready to take the final knee of the game. And that's going to do it here in Beverly. A great game by both sides, and really, for week one, you can't really ask for much. As our final score, Fort Frye 19, Ridgewood 14, but stick around for the Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show. You're listening to high school football on Big Z Sports and Claxon Sports.
At Coshocton Dentistry, Dr. Brian Dunlap and Dr. Patrick Lauper provide expert dental care in a comfortable, family-friendly environment. From routine checkups to advanced treatments, your smile is a priority at Coshocton Dentistry. Located on Main Street in Coshocton, where we treat you like family, contact Coshocton Dentistry today and experience the care you deserve. Now accepting new patients. Visit us online today at CoshoctonDentistry.com.
Ron's Heating and Cooling in Denison has been serving this great area since 1977. At Ron's, no matter what you need, they can handle it. From heating and cooling to standby Generac generators, water heaters, tankless water heaters, mobile home equipment, duct cleaning, and 24-hour no-heat service. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call 740-922-5252. Ron's Heating and Cooling proudly supports high school sports and would like to wish best of luck to all local athletes participating this season.
From concept to creation, Gemini Company is here to bring your dreams to life. With over 85 years of combined on-the-job experience, our expert staff is ready to plan, coordinate, and complete your project. Whether it's a new kitchen or a bathroom, a home renovation, or new construction from the ground up, Gemini Company is here to make it happen. Visit our website today to get started.
At Hartson's Quality Housing, we believe a home is where families grow, memories are made, and futures are built. For 47 years, we've stood by the values that matter most: honesty, trust, and a commitment to our community. Our goal is to provide affordable, reliable housing solutions. We don't just build homes, we invest in the future by supporting local student athletes and the schools that shape tomorrow's leaders. Whether it's on the field or in the classroom, we're proud to stand with our youth and the families who cheer them on. Hartson's Quality Housing, built on trust, committed to community.
And welcome back to Fort Frye High School here in Beverly in the Dumont Sporting Goods postgame show. A wild one, and really a very wild last possession for the Ridgewood Generals as two penalties really costed them the drive. One on the touchdown that would have given them the lead with about a minute left to go, and really that last play was just a heartbreaker. But really, if you really think about it, Kyle, if you're Coach John Slusser, you have to be pretty happy with how your team competed today.
Overall, I think John Slusser should be pretty happy with how his team performed. Yes, there's things to be cleaned up as expected to be in week one, but overall, I mean, against a Fort Frye team that is usually in the playoffs and does a great job with their program, this loss, there's good losses and bad losses. This was a good one.
And that's two teams that in their division, especially in this area, they're just winning programs, and Coach Huck and Coach Slusser, they both do a very, very good job with that. They always make sure that their kids compete, and it really showed tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I thought both teams played hard, disciplined football, and for week one, that's great to see.
And looking at the scoring as we move along the Dumont Sporting Goods post-game show here, it really all started with Maverick Locker tonight, and really he had a great game with that big run to start off for the Generals, but then you had that shank punt, and Rawl got that big touchdown to answer after the next possession, and really a big third down later in the second quarter with a big play action bomb to Tullius for a big 73-yard touchdown to end the half. And really, if you're Ridgewood, that's one of those things where you can be really down in the dumps, and it's hard to come back from that with only a minute left in the half.
Yeah, Ridgewood, they came out, they're down in the half. They came out. They responded well with the touchdown. Played well, but ultimately at the end of the game, Fort Frye came out victorious. Hard-fought win by the Cadets.
And looking into the second half, Ridgewood came out the gate with an 80-yard touchdown drive that got capped off by a nice run by Logan Wentz, and then unfortunately another long drive for the Cadets. Actually, it was about 9 plays, but they started it on the Ridgewood 45-yard line, and that was carried by Bricker with a Grady Hessen 5-yard QB sneak to put them up 19-14.
Yeah, Fort Frye, they did great. Had about 5 yards of play down the field, kept the ball in their hands, and really chewed off some clock and kept the momentum on their side.
And really looking ahead, Ridgewood's got another new opponent next week in East Cleveland Shaw. It's going to be interesting to see how that one lines up. But then if you're Ridgewood, you understand week 3. We got to get past week 2 first. They got Coshocton week 3, and you know that the boys are looking forward to that game. But first, you got to be able to handle business.
That's right. I mean, a new opponent coming into West Lafayette, you just got to handle business, move on. I mean, their first 4 or 5 games of the regular season, they're going to be tough. 4 previous playoff teams out of the 5. It's going to be a tough first half schedule for Ridgewood.
And really, what a game for both defenses. You have guys like Corey Belt on the defensive end, even Maverick Lockhart and Bryce Tolliver in there making plays for the Generals. But then on the other side, you have Goodwood making plays. You have Hessen making plays. You have Titus. You have Titan Wallen making plays tonight, and that's going to actually lead us to our McInturf Realty Player of the Game for Ridgewood. And Kyle, we didn't really have to talk about it much, but I think we have to give this to Corey Belt. What a game he had. He had about 8 or 9 tackles, 2 pass deflections. He was really all over the field for the Generals.
Yeah, great job by Corey Belt tonight. He was definitely reading his keys very well, flowing downhill, making the plays he needed to. I mean, he had that big hit earlier in the game as well. Hats off to him. He had a great linebacker game today.
And once again, we'd like to thank Right Mark Roofing, Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, Altman Health System, the Kime Company, the Dumont Sporting Goods, and First National Bank of Denison. Your final score, Fort Frye 19, Ridgewood 14 for Kyle Bethel. I'm Bryce Hains, and we'll see you near a high school near you soon.
Thanks for tuning in to this Claxon Communications production on Big Z Sports. Tonight's game was presented by Altman Health Systems, the Kime Company, Right Mark Roofing, the Tuscarawas Insurance Agency, First National Bank of Denison, Wood Electric, Ferris Chevrolet, Niedenthal & Company, the Cash Team at Howard Hanna, and Stocker Concrete. Follow Big Z Sports on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok. Thank you for watching this Big Z Sports presentation of high school football, and get subscribed so you don't miss any of the action.